Don't blame me for being late, audience. Blame miscommunication. All right. I'm just one man.
For the record, everyone, I was here.
uh, okay, you're here earlier than I am. Like one day out of the past 365 days in the year.
It's been two
Oh,
times,
indeed.
sir. It's been two times I have you now.
Okay. So someone's counting that, audience. All right. Score
Mhm.
point two for Austin. All right. While I have another 363 points on my record. So yeah, yeah. So here that Flash book is doing pretty good, right, Tevia? Here that Flash
Because I
book is
do it.
doing pretty
It's
good.
the Flash has been interesting because this is Ryan North's Flash, if I remember correctly.
Oh, dang, is
So,
it?
same writing Fast Four, and he's writing it the same type of way. So, this, from what I saw, because I didn't read the full issue, it was sold out when I went to go buy stuff.
Dang.
Um, it's basically someone put like a bounty out in the sense of like, oh, whoever gets the best photo of the Flash saving them gets a lot of money.
Okay,
So the
okay.
Flash is having to save people nonstop all over the city, and he's trying to convince them to stop, but no one's stopping because it's a whole lot of money. And in the end, I thought they increased the price to a insane amount.
Oh,
So everybody in
wow.
the city about to be doing the trying to be saved by Lois Lane. Okay, everybody's about to
Okay.
be jumping on groups.
How many?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your price, audience, for you wanting to jump off the roof? Like, there's a chance Flash might come save you, and there's a chance he might not. 50,000,
Yeah, that was
100,000.
weird.
Yeah. Flash is human like us all, audience. Even he has to go through bathroom breaks, So
Indeed.
yeah.
Man, you better pee and run at the same time.
I will say that this fight issue is far better than the last one, which was a train wreck.
Mhm. Gotcha. I mean, I have
Ryan
like a
North.
problem. Mhm. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, you go
No,
ahead.
you go. Okay, I was saying Ryan North. He's one of those dark horse writers I've seen as of late.
Not the Jeremy Adams.
Hmm. I mean, he was doing a lot of good stuff in this Fantastic Four run. I mean, if they ever made a TV show, it should be based on Ryan North's run because a lot of the issues there kind of feel TV quality. So.
This is
If
really
we
just
get me that TV show.
Hmm.
yeah. This pretty much
Also,
just submitted what I wanted because remember when the Flash and Flash Four had the crossover? That's why I wanted to write it. And this is pretty much sold an idea that crossover would have been a lot better Ryan North wrote.
Indeed.
wow.
Not to mention, I am so happy we don't have all the side spreader nonsense. Side spreader nonsense was so stupid. Like, I
Hmm.
couldn't explain the plot of book once. Explain the plot. What happened? It made no sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Like,
What can you do in those
eh,
situations? But
yeah.
it's what it is, audience. It's what it is. But anyway, you guys just want to get started since we got a little late?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Well, anyway, so welcome, Contact Live, the news and reviews of the week, audience. You're here, me, Cryptid Seeker 415. Everybody should get different avatars. Just saying. So move on.
Go ahead, Timmy.
You're
Oh
intro.
yeah. On Terry Smoker at the they're gonna have me on this Confidant episode, and
Mhm.
that was in comics. Same cryptic, and
Hey,
they're gonna have the other good as well. They're gonna have me,
always
and I can't wait to get started. Yep.
cool. Always happy to have you.
Thank you.
Also,
You hear me?
yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to go through it like usual. Bricky Wall, Ace Comics. Let's just get into it. If you're down on socials by now, just go to the last episode. They're in that one.
Yeah, there are no descriptions. It doesn't take that much effort to scroll down, audience. So okay. Oh dang! Oh commotion! I forgot to upload the picture of the first topic. Give me a sec, guys. How could I forget
Anyway,
that? Do-do.
so many comics came out that I want to talk about this week. It had like Infinity War. They got the Marvel crossover. I kind of want to talk about Nova versus Thanos because that was kind of crazy.
Yep.
Uh, we had Death Ball. We talked about it yesterday, so that was all right.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think he's dead, bro. I feel
I'll
like
think you.
I feel like
I'll
if they're gonna kill him off, it'd have been on the 1,000 issue. We're so close to that. If you can I can guarantee you. They say like Paul's gonna die on the 1,000 issue. That shit would have sold out.
Oh hell yeah, man.
If they kill him off on a random issue of this crossover,
Mm-hmm. Okay. So anyway, all right. Now I got the cover for the first comic we're talking about. So, all right, audience, we're talking about Superman, Spider-Man issue #1. Yay! The once in a lifetime event that
Yep.
happened.
And the biggest book to come out this year, period. Because bigger than Superman Limited, bigger
Mhm.
than any other book come out this week.
Yeah. And
I
hey,
think
you
this
could
just admitted to me that I really want to know who sided Deadpool and Batman.
I think that's Marvel side first.
that was editorial, man.
I'm not gonna go hard on it because I know the critic's favorite person, Deadpool. I'm not
Yeah,
going
no,
hard,
go ahead.
but
I've heard all the critics.
yeah, it
but-
just feels like it's weird to be like, oh yeah, the first one ever we're gonna do Batman and Deadpool, and then the next one's gonna be Superman and Spider-Man. I'm like, what the fuck? If you reverse it, I would have had no problem. It's crazy to think.
It's the two biggest money makers at the end of the day, you know. So yeah. I think it would have been too on the nose if you went with Spider-Man and Batman, and then having to resort to Superman and Deadpool, you know. So
Well, thank
yeah.
God that didn't happen. That was a bad
Yeah.
idea.
Yep. And you can bet your butts off, audience, that they had their fair amount of variant covers for this comic. Yeah.
Yeah,
$10
they had a
or
lot of
variant.
villain cover there. Superman flying
Yep.
cover. Yeah,
Mhm.
and
I'll,
Supergirl and Silk cover.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to get that cover. It was drawn by Art Germ audience, the Supergirl and Silk cover. So yeah.
Loser, I got the Superboy Prime Spider-Man issue.
I didn't
There
get
we
that
go.
cover. I didn't get it because Saturday
Mhm.
couldn't find a copy.
We had different flavors this week of covers, audience, and they're all not wrong except for mine. Except
One
for
guy just
everybody else
wanted the
outside
goon,
mine.
apparently.
Mhm. Everybody else's variant cover was wrong except mine, audience. But anyway, yeah, let's talk about the issue. uh, I guess I might as well start off the first
Oh yeah,
story.
look, we're not talking about the J. Jonah Jameson story. We're not talking
Yeah,
about Jimmy Olsen.
yep, we're
Oh,
not.
we're not. Bummer.
If you want to talk about it, you talk about it, but we didn't plan to.
Um, just want to say this, audience, J. Jonah Jameson, you're a fucking hypocrite, man. You're a
Agreed.
Yeah.
damn hypocrite. No, it's because like we had that, in one of those multiverse spider stories, audience, right? We got to see what J. Jonah Jameson would have been like had he got bitten by the spider. And his old motto about people wearing masks. Well, if you got bitten by the spider and you wore a mask, Jameson, you're a damn hypocrite, man. You
Hey, that wasn't this one, okay?
No, just saying,
How-
like in an alternate universe, we got to see what would have happened if Jameson got bitten. He decided to wear a mask. So
That just makes
Yep,
that writer a
indeed.
bad writer, okay?
Agreed.
yeah.
Probably for me, the one cover I want to happen, and then I want a Spider-Man John Kent crossover. That's the cover I want to happen.
Yeah, it feels weird that we didn't get it feels weird we didn't get the actual Superboy and Spider Boy.
That
Or
was
Spider-Girl.
weird.
Cause you could even did Super Sons and Spider Boy and Spider Girl together if you wanted to.
I would
Yeah,
love
well.
that. That'd be a amazing idea. Like, you give me a great
Yeah.
idea. Like, give me a Mayday Parker and
I would have
John
liked.
Kent at the crossover. I'd be a happy
I
camper.
would have liked to have seen like Mayday Parker trying to babysit both John and Damien. Like, hey, John would
I
have been
would
the
pay
nice
to
kid
make
to hang.
that.
Yeah, John definitely would have been the nice kid, playing Twister or playing.
Bro, we're not waiting for the
Damien.
crossover, the babysitting story, okay?
But then Damien, on the other hand, would have been the child from hell, man. Like,
Yeah,
Another
indeed.
story in here I think they wasted was Uncle Ben and Pa Kent.
Yeah,
And I
I was
get the
expecting
point with the
more.
show, oh, these are good men, but we already knew they were good men. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was
I
expecting.
thought we were gonna have like some deep conversations between the two mentor father figure people. And it really wasn't them just helping some random people and like, oh, well, my Uncle Ben went to your town one time. He was like, oh yeah, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah, we were expecting a haymaker with that sort of concept of an idea, right, between Pa Kent and Uncle Ben, but instead it was more like a jab. That was it. We
Yeah.
expected too much. Um,
Honestly, the story I like
And they-
more the main story with Mark Wahlberg and Superman Spider-Man. With I think we have the images. I think.
let's see. I had to condense it. We can
Yeah.
start off with the first story, really, which was
Mhm.
team up
With the
between
main story.
Superman.
Yeah.
Yep, it was a team up between Superman and Spider-Man going up against Brainiac and Doctor Octopus.
Yep.
Yeah,
I didn't
sorry.
like how they did Twitter on him. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like that.
I
Okay,
liked it. I thought it was funny.
I'll at
You
least
know,
say this,
it's
right?
funny, but it's like the first crossover, and you kind of make the team up very imbalanced. It was,
Mhm.
Superman and
Well, I
Spider was
mean,
already imbalanced, and then you
To
had
be
Brainiac just
fair,
basically just use
look.
Doc
to
Ock
be
the whole
Uh,
time.
fair,
uh, oh, go ahead, Tevia.
sorry. To be fair, in the original cartoon back in the '70s, that's when Rex Trooper and Doc Ock were teamed up.
Ah, okay,
So
okay.
this kind of a
I
sequel to
personally
that.
wanted, a story to. I don't know if I said it yesterday. I wanted LexCorp versus Oscorp, and they're fighting to take over.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad idea. I'll be up for that
It
story.
wasn't. the
But
way I, but the way I see this, Austin, is like look at it this way, right? If you were to condense all of Superman's villains that he has, his rogues gallery, of course, number one is like Sue Four. Who would be number two? I would say Brainiac,
God.
wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, there's Brand and Zod and Parasite.
Yeah,
They
I
yeah,
was
all.
but
gonna
no,
say, I feel like he has an I
rank
probably
them
would have
all. Like,
did.
who's number
I
two?
probably
Who's
would
number
have
two?
did.
Mhm.
I probably would have did Metallo, to be honest,
Would you
Yeah,
because
say?
I agree with that.
then you could have Spider Man with his smarts help out in the situation a little bit more instead of just being there for the emotional support, really. Then picking up a rock.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we needed
But
that challenge. Otto needed his challenge, man. Had nothing left in the world to face. So who better to face than than a man with a super body, you know?
I
So,
Yeah.
did like him trying to appeal to Doc Ock.
Yeah, that
hmm
was funny. Like
yeah.
you remember that? And the Super Puncher like that. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Uh,
So of course,
it really
Otto.
isn't that Lex didn't do anything in this franchise, like in this book, if I remember correctly. I don't remember seeing Lex one time.
No,
Yeah, what's
I
been
mean
in this entire thing
he's
at
Like
all?
Lex Norman, like didn't show up at all.
he's too busy. He's too busy satisfying his new CEO, Mercedes Monet, and the AEW DC crossover audience. So yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I don't
a,
I
follow.
a
kind of
wrestler.
wanted Norman here because I wanted to know if they were going to do the Green Goblin or the Good Norman situation,
Oh,
and
Yeah,
Good
so
Norman versus
Norman.
yeah,
Lex would have been interesting too. It's in
yeah.
a different way.
It sounds based on what we've been seeing so far. They were going with the main status of versions of these characters. So Norman would have been a villain had he been here.
Which
It,
is a damn
But
shame.
Yep. I mean, but all in all, like the story. Yeah, of course, there was a team up. Like Spider-Man and Superman tried their best to stop Otto and Brainiac, and yeah, we do get like that iconic scene of like Spider-Man having to
yeah,
lift all that rubble.
it's the what it's called. If it be my destiny,
Yep.
where he's
Mm-hmm.
pinned down by the metal, and he had to basically take the whole book to lift it up, thinking about Aunt May and all this other stuff. We even
Yep.
got that moment.
Issue 200.
I,
No, was it
I ain't gonna
issue?
lie, Superman yelling, "I believe in you," Spider-Man was so funny to me. It was
Yeah.
Superman cheering him on from under the building or outside, screaming his heart out
Mhm.
was like funny as shit to me, bro.
I know, right? I know.
Yep. Indeed.
And I also did like they had like a well, I wouldn't say budding, but they like had to compare how each of their cities reacted to them because of course with Superman, Metropolis loves him. Well, with Spider-Man, Jameson made the city hate him, right? And I like that little banter.
It's
They
complicated with
Yep,
Spidey.
and I like
Either
that
they
little
love him, they hate him. It's a whole thing.
Yep. Yep. And I like that little banter about like, Clark not understanding why Peter, kind of helped Jameson slander his own image. look, I don't want to have to tell you how to live your life, but you spent years selling Spider-Man pictures to Jameson for his Spider-Man Threat or Menace. And then Peter retaliated with like two things, saying, first, the only person it hurt was me. Also, that's also the truth. And second, you're misusing the punchline. All that time, Jameson had no idea he was paying for Spider-Man to go to college.
That was so funny. I love
that
that.
that would be funny if I hadn't recalled the fact that wait, did Peter ever finish college?
I think he did. Like, he got
Yeah,
paid.
yeah. He
did,
became an
right?
actual science teacher. He had to finish. He got a GED.
Okay. I just wanted to.
He was an
I just
official science teacher at like a regular school, so he had to get one of those. He got a degree of some kind.
oh, okay. So okay, there you go. That hey, that he gets the last laugh at the end of the day. For as much as Jameson was slandering him, yeah, you got to pay for your biggest rival's education.
Yeah.
So I like that scene a lot.
I like that scene too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said before, I think the main story was my favorite of all these. The backup stories were hit and miss. The Tom King one was just frustrating
It was bad. It was terrible.
Let's
I brought
talk
that
about
photo
I'll
up.
give Tom King. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll
I
give Tom
brought
King
that
one
photo.
thing and one thing only. We got people on American as a couple. I win. So who's I got that? Marlo,
I know.
look at you.
If
I
you're gonna
win.
be this mean spirited and assholish about it, I don't want them together. What the fuck
Yeah.
you bring it up? When's death and shit to this random ass woman you just met?
I mean,
They met before.
it's not just
And
that.
then
It's
Lois
just all,
Lane, like, yeah, I know, I understand that. I'm like, who the fuck did Superman used to date who died like that?
oh,
Yeah, I don't get it.
yeah. Well, okay. I guess Lois Lane's only way to relate to that was feeling like Superman's second love, because hey, Spider-Man's first love was Gwen Stacy, and so that would
Who
naturally
died?
make MJ the
Yeah.
second love of his life.
No, I'm trying to think, like, who was the second love of, who was the first love of Superman's life, like, in general? Well, we know he
Lana
dated
Lang.
people, but it never been a time where it
Lana?
looked like he loved
I
someone
thought it
before
was,
her.
I thought it was Lana Lane, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought going on
Yeah,
too.
but that was before he moved to the city.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like,
That's all I got.
because it didn't last that long, I guess it didn't, but I guess it didn't mean as much as I thought. I guess it meant more than I thought it did. I just remember it didn't last that long.
It didn't last long. You
But,
about that.
But one thing that kind of tainted my whole experience reading this issue, right, is because we all know how Marvel has treated the whole Spider-Man Mary Jane situation over the years. So it's weird that it's so weird that they are so bent on separating Peter and MJ, yet at the same time they still want to profit out of Peter and MJ, because this is supposed
Yeah,
to be
I
an
don't get
issue.
it.
Yeah, this is
Take
supposed to
away
be an
It
think
just
of it.
it's just
sorry.
it's keeping fans on the string. 'Cause if they
Mhm,
just straight up don't have MJ in the book, the people who want
mhm.
them Peter MJ stuff are going to leave the book. It's as simple
Yeah,
as that. So
yeah.
they have to keep them close enough so the fans always be like, "Oh, we want them together,"
Mhm.
but separate
Once we
enough
knew it and have
so
that
they can
daughter,
have the
I
way they
want
want.
that. I mean, that's
Yeah, I
my
mean,
take on it.
as I
Oh
recall,
yeah, no. So the daughter thing confused me. Since Tevye, since you're here, and you seem to know more about deep stuff about Spider-Man than I do.
Mm.
So Norman killed one kid, correct? Or he took one. We
Yeah.
don't know what happened to it.
Mhm.
And then when Mephisto
Yeah.
happened, he also took a kid, or was it the same kid?
We don't know. At that point, Joe,
It's
we don't know that what made
lost.
it or not. I think that what
Yeah.
made it, my
It's
theory
lost.
at the
I
time.
thought it was him revealing at the last moment that Peter that MJ was pregnant when they made that thing.
That's what I
Such a
thought. I
baby.
wish that happened.
As far as I recall, that one more day issue showed the daughter that Peter and MJ would have had
Yeah, it was
together.
supposed to be
Yeah, that means
Mayday.
they would have had another. That would confuse me if they would have had. Unless you're going to say, oh, the daughter was alive from the 80s, that means they would have had another
Mhm.
kid.
90s,
Yeah.
actually.
The 90s, yeah.
Wait,
So like, I don't know.
wait, wasn't there a story where Mary Jane had a miscarriage?
No,
Forgot.
Norman
Yeah,
took the
but
kid.
yeah,
Norman
that's
made
the
her
one shot.
think.
We hit
Yeah,
it like that. Hit him like
Yeah.
that. There was no plan with Mayday would be kidnapped. That would do with the plan. In fact,
Mhm.
I think I would have been before that, but then Edge came in and messed it up. And said, no, we can't the baby be alive. We're gonna have Aunt May come back from the dead. Why?
Mhm.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the Giant
Well,
Five
well,
story, the whole story that made no sense. It is stupid.
yeah. It's
Sorry.
lot of
It's not,
issues with that. But ultimately, look, if we haven't been subjected towards this whole mishandling of Mary Jane and Peter, I would have liked this story a lot more. So going actually going
yeah.
the other picture of this story. Do. I like the scene like where Peter's with MJ and Lois with Superman, and Lois is saying, "So did you fellas have a good time?" And Peter's saying, "Yeah, Miss Superman is right.
I think like people are dying. Okay,
This
wasn't no
was at,
fun.
this was after saving the day. So
I
Peter's like
know.
saying, "We're responsible for who we love," and MJ saying, "And isn't that the jackpot tiger?" So I thought that
That
was
was a
sweet.
really bad. No, that was a bad line. That's a terrible line.
Oh, oh
That's a
wow.
terrible way to use that. That's a terrible way to use jackpot. I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of ass.
Walking into the sunset with your one true love. So I would say that's hitting the jackpot.
I'll do that
Oh,
in
but
radio or
oh,
nothing.
oh, another thing I didn't like about this particular story,
Gambit.
Gambit. Yeah, like what the fuck was he doing here?
He was only here to justify the Sentinel being here.
I guess
That's
really
literally
like
it.
Yes,
it just
sure, but you
felt
didn't have
so
any X-Men do that.
it felt so random. And then like he was literally looking through the cards for a deck of cards, and then Lois Lane just happened to have like a deck of cards on her purse because
That's just bad
what?
Tom King writing. Okay, that's
Yeah,
all of it.
that
Yeah.
was
I
yeah,
feel like Tom King just wanted to write Gambit, and it was like, okay, I like
yeah.
X-Men putting Gambit here. That's literally all I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's the main crux of it. So let's see. Let's talk about the other story that was here too.
We have
Oh,
um,
this was
We
the
have
Power Girl and Punisher,
let's
and
show Paul
oh I
it,
in this issue.
there's a
I
Are
very
like
you
iffy
here?
issue for me.
I, I like the Power Girl and Punisher ish story though.
I don't to a degree.
Mhm. Okay, go ahead.
Yep.
So obviously embarrassing Paul. Great. I don't think Paul should have been in the book at all. There's
No,
historic moment I had Paul in the book at all, to be honest.
he does not
But
deserve a
he was here.
happy ending. He does not deserve a happy ending with Power Girl. Audience, come on.
He shouldn't have been in the book at all, man. Okay, he should. They shouldn't.
Okay.
DC shouldn't have known Paul's name.
Yep. How
But
dare how dare Paul think he could go from dating MJ to dating Power Girl? How dare he? So yeah.
it's
Uh,
not even that. It was like I want to know who the fuck set them on this blind date. Who did her this dirty?
I thought
Who
there was an
knows?
app. No, she was on a dating app, and this
Oh
was
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but,
yeah. She was, yeah.
terribly.
And then Paul
Yeah,
showed up. Why Paul
yeah.
but
here? Who get it in? Because Paul is stupid.
Because
How did Paul go dump
also,
Paul?
if all this is
Paul
one
was in the dating app.
continuity thing, like because it's supposed to be like one shared continuity situation, that
Yeah,
means
it's a
MJ did still lead Peter for Paul in his timeline.
God.
No, Paul actually left. Paul left with MJ. Now he's a waiter. But then
Yeah.
Paul left him. But it's so funny.
Nah, as Power Girl stated, apparently Paul said he's going back to his ex because apparently he has a thing for redheads.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
so I guess,
going
Yeah.
right back to MJ.
okay,
That
so
makes sense.
that means when he pops up in the X-Men book, he's going to go right after Jean Grey. Well, good luck to you, buddy,
Oh
because
dear God, that's
yeah,
a death
yeah,
sentence.
because
But
You know what?
good luck to you, buddy, because you have Cyclops and Wolverine just waiting for you right there, dude.
okay, so
And
the reason
they're
I
gonna
like
kill him.
the reason I like the book because they didn't let Punisher actually be Punisher. You know he didn't kill nobody in that room, right? He
Let's
came
see.
here to
Kind
kill
of.
He came here to kill these people because they put a bounty on Paul, and somehow he knew they all were going to be here. Like 7 people were going to be here to jump this man.
I can only think it's because Power Girl was stopping her because you had some noticeable villains that were here too, like that were
Yeah,
in this
you have
run. You had the
Hush, I think, and then you have
Yep,
Taskmaster,
Gentleman Ghost,
Cinnamon Ghost,
Chameleon,
I think it's
Firefly.
Dimebag.
funny because like Power Girl most likely would have let him, like I don't say let him kill people, but she would have been more okay with it than like the other two would have.
Well,
Okay,
So
yeah.
why
they
him?
can make she can make an exception since this was supposed to be her date night, so no blood on the first date,
I understand. Seeing
So,
Punisher getting his first crossover now, he only get one scene with a gun is crazy. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
And then
And
Power and Punch and Bang.
oh man, I like that last pic. I like the last two
All he
pages of
about to
this.
do is get a
Both the last.
broken hip, bro. He can't handle all that.
Okay, here's what happened, Ari. So after they finish beating up all the bad guys, they decide to have a drink together and Power Girl thinks of this as like an upgrade from Paul, and they get to talking with some drinks, and she's asking Punisher, okay, let's see, okay, what makes you such a prickly pear anyway? And Punisher says, I lost my family. Hey, I lost my whole damn planet, and you don't see me putting a skull on my chest. Like, and then Punisher's reaction was, he was smiling, saying, that would be a real crime, putting something over your chest. Like, okay, that is
That's
that's
hilarious.
a good one. That's a good one. And I like Power Girl's response saying, when you grin, it actually looks painful. But, but
Yep.
anyway, so yeah, that was enough for Power Girl to be like, okay, let's take this conversation a little bit elsewhere. Elsewhere. Do you have anything in mind? Okay, there's a place in Mongolia. And then Punisher writes
Well,
in his
I won't
wardrobe.
lie.
hmm
You hear that, Power
She.
Girl fans? They made your character as easy as She-Hulk.
Yep. What bitch?
Oh boy. Yeah, yeah. So
I
what kind
really wish there was someone actually more connected with Spider-Man. I wish it was Kane.
Same.
Punisher
nah,
ended
that
up saying to Spider-Man just his first issue was in Spider-Man, but this dude don't haven't talked to Spider-Man in like 20 years, bro. This man be talking with
I
Daredevil.
haven't talked to over
nah,
a decade at this point.
Yeah,
Austin,
it's like I
that
really wanted to be
banter.
Kane. Like none of the clones made it, but Superman clone get to be here. I'm just saying.
But
Now
yeah,
that banter between Power Girl and Punisher, I felt like made it up for this. The whole, hey, you lost
agreed.
your family, I lost my planet. You don't see me getting pissed off about
Hey,
as much
Kane
as you
lost his
are.
Yep,
family too, technically.
And
indeed.
yeah, and yeah, like Punisher's like, yeah, it would be a crime to put a skull over your chest.
I find it funny.
Oh yeah.
Also, I love how good just Paul because Paul, you ain't it. Screw you. And he
hmm
leaves, which made me
Yeah.
happy.
Nobody likes Paul, so
Agreed.
yeah. Anyway,
Well,
I at least
I
had enjoyment with the Punisher Power Girl one. To me,
I
it
would
was at least the
pay
most
a lot of money
amusing
for
one.
that. Let me turn the fun.
Yeah, it was the most amusing one compared to the rest of the stories. So
Agreed. The
yeah,
Super
yeah.
Prime one was weird. That one, I don't get that one. I'm confused. Why is it here?
Yeah,
What?
me too. I don't have much of a foundation with Superboy Prime, so forgive me on that department, audience. Yeah. But alrighty. Austin, you have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
Nah, it could have been a lot better. Like so much of Spider-Man history just wasn't brought up. Like I said, none of the clones were here. Harry didn't get to make an appearance. Green Goblin wasn't here.
Mm-hmm. And let's talk
But
about.
Punisher, Paul, J. Jonah James, and all of them can make it. I was like, bro, come on now.
Just wait, Austin. Like in a few months, they'll be announcing the Spider-Man Superman #1
Well,
comic.
I
that'd be
know,
coming
but
out
I
in
don't trust
April.
Marvel to I don't trust Marvel to write that shit, man.
I don't trust them either. Believe me, that's the last
Yeah.
thing I want. But
All right,
hopefully they can
we'll get
make
some
it
good
good.
we'll get
Maybe
some good
bullshit.
variant covers out of that audience. We'll get some good variant
Yeah.
covers. And for everybody who's concerned about Punisher surviving this round, got keep this in mind. Punisher survived a landmine blowing up in his chest.
They're not the
So yeah,
same as a woman whose pelvic thrust can destroy a planet, okay?
But Punisher also got killed by Doc and became Frankenstein.
Well, that's slices. Punisher did survive a punch from Molly from Runaways when Molly didn't know that Punisher was just an ordinary guy, so she wasn't
Man,
Oh,
like
that'd
that.
be so
bro,
funny.
having sex with Power Girl like punching the Hulk. Okay, he can't handle all that. That man about to get one
That's
thrust
true.
and be sent through the floor.
Hey, Austin, if Jimmy could survive going around with Power Girl, I would give like Punisher the benefit of the doubt. All right.
I
Jimmy has
agree.
superpowers.
No, he didn't, man. He just had to watch.
There's no way this average, below average looking man can fool all these women. He has a power.
Hey, where was that power when he got killed by Carnage in this comic?
Oh,
Austin,
yeah,
come
it did
on,
happen.
come on.
Well, he get a whole TV show in the DCU.
If that TV show is good, I hope it's good. But
Gosh.
it's so good.
But hey, we'll see what happens when Marvel handles this audience. So yeah.
They
All
better
right,
not
then.
screw this up. I don't trust
Yeah.
them. We'll see.
Gotcha. But anyway, audience, with that, we should probably move on to the next book, audience. So,
Yep. Speaking of Super
Yeah.
Prime, we got Prime Time, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, for context, this takes place after DCKO. What's DCKO? It was that event book that came out a few weeks ago. Well, the month ago, and actually, it was also a good event. Right down the One World of the Doom. One World of the Doom sucked. You'll thank me later. And this picks up where that book left off. By the way, it's a great one, Clark Kent. Yeah, he's better same the universe from Dark Side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I gave you some images.
Yeah. You want me to go to the next one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It started with the high. Listen, I know all you did went to one of the big events. We all love like event and fatigue, blah 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 blah. The cash grab, but that's so funny. Let's keep waiting for football. Like it's so funny.
Wait, who do you think you are, Deadpool?
Well, to be fair, he from the real world, technically speaking, from
Yeah,
Universe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so and I think it's funny. Don't you think Super Prime at Deadpool, but it's a lot more funnier and it's cute.
Hey, you're giving Marvel an idea for a story on Tevye. You know that, right? So yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yep. I do like the what you say followed me. That's adorable. Because I think he never made this guy ever receive redemption. Ever.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, and then we cut the Super Prime to Anagram of Suman and Bastard. And I think I gave it an image. I'm not sure if I did.
Okay, next picture. Hold on a sec.
Yep.
Right there.
Yeah. It was him finding this weird mech guy. Apparently he's a deep cut. I don't know who this guy is. It's weird. It doesn't matter. We go to the Watchtower with a few out earlier with Rose Wayne, talk about the Superwoman stuff. Okay, for context, Superwoman, Rose Wayne got Superman to Zod powers, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And the experiment happened to a power. Apparently, it got erased again in DCKO. I think we are tying the shoe, but it doesn't matter. Yep.
Yeah.
Then we see Prime lifting a weight, but honestly, that's not important.
Continuity gets adjusted over time, audience.
Yeah. But by the way, if you're trying to the hill, trust you with Prime. Not really, because you remember he did kill a lot of people during Imminent Crisis.
Dude, you know who I'm thinking he should have a crossover with from Marvel? Gwenpool.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, both coming from the real world and knowing all this.
Most writers can't even write Gwenpool. I'm not trusting some random dude to do it.
Yeah, I'm trusting them either. But honestly, I have all the way to about Gwenpool, but maybe Josh will give me Gwenpool will be horrible again. The last Gwenpool book was horrible. Well,
wait, that's the one where Gwen says he came
well,
back.
not we have a clone of Gwen. It's from Clone Conspiracy.
Yeah. So.
Meaning, Gwen came back to life. No, she's not. It's all bullshit. We all fell for it. Ha ha ha. Whack.
Gotcha. So,
you know, Gwen Stacy technically doesn't exist anymore, right?
Wait, what?
So, at the end of Spider-Gwen's old book, the one before the current one, she used the Cosmic Cube to trade places and rewrite 616 Gwen Stacy, so she can be in the 616.
What? That makes
I'm
no
about to find
sense.
it.
Oh my god,
What?
audience.
Excuse me.
Can
Yeah,
we get a bridge to
that's what's
rescue?
happening.
Hey Austin, I know you're a brick wall, but can you get your cousin the bridge to come in and save the day, man? Come on, come on. You know?
Sadly, it don't work like that.
I was trying to punch reality, and it was
Mhm.
that might ever happening.
Yep.
Yeah, anyways,
Yeah,
okay, to make this story short, and actually, because this book it's all about applying, getting a job, you get to a comic shop, but it's funny because you have to read comics with hilarious. And
Yep.
look, Prime educator, I will admit, I don't trust, but judging when you already be educated with Prime, I'll bite the bullet. But hey, unlike other redemption stories for villains, but like no longer that bullshit, this event is actually working. Marvel,
Mhm.
why don't you do this better with for other villains? Because we just saw Tom Hanks and then Norman.
Right.
Norman is an idiot.
Mhm.
Okay. What's the cut to chase?
The
Um,
next
to make
picture.
this long story short, we see Prime had to get a job at the comic store. I think I'm getting him in, and then he come to a Prime by me, and makes a home,
Oh, the
and then
irony.
we see he had to look at his shirt. Yeah, I think I give an image.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with Wolverine, I think with the game with their powers,
Yeah.
thanks to Major Epic.
The next image.
Yep.
Where'd
Yeah, he it's prime time. But I love that line though. Being so now. But it's so funny.
Hold on
I
to
love
your
this so
seat.
much.
Hold on to your seats. It's prime time.
Yep,
Mhm.
exactly. I love this so much. It's so cute. Yep.
Yeah.
Like I said, Super Prime at the minimum for he's a character. He's very what the fucky. But it's one that makes a character a lot more interesting and a lot more complex and not a villain anymore or killer or psycho. I'm willing to see him at the end to be the main sumo book.
Mhm.
But hey, I still got Kid John and Sumo Eliminated. I win. If Roman
There you go.
don't mess that up,
That's
I'm
nice.
willing to see a Prime at the Kid John main sumo book.
I found it just to make sure I wasn't wrong. Spider-Gwen officially replaced original 616 Gwen Stacy. He used the cosmic cube to rewrite reality and merge her life into this Earth 616. He gave up her powers and symbiotes, restoring her classic spider abilities. And that's why she's just a regular Spider
Oh my
Girl
god.
in 616 right now. So
Oh
Okay,
my.
technically, Gwen Stacy should never have died because it's always been this girl now. And
Yeah.
Spider-Man should get over. Spider-Man should be fucking over it.
Why do
I
I
think
get
my
the
brain
feeling?
just broke.
Yeah.
What?
Why do I feel like I want to blame the mutants for this audience? I don't know. They have
Yeah.
something to do with this, So
Nah,
I'll
it's all
blame
Gwen
them.
Stacy, sadly.
There you
Yep.
go.
Her
Why
doing
they so
that bullshit
stupid?
where I can go to a college in a whole nother dimension for some reason. That whole dumb shit.
No, she can't. That's not how that works.
I don't know how that works, audience. Yeah,
It
I
was
got the.
some exchange program that they made
I'm
up just to
sorry.
have her 616 for stuff.
Okay, you go for a job interview and you showed your possible employers the degree or certificate you got from a college or university that doesn't exist in that universe, in that
Yeah, that
world.
makes no
How does
sense.
that work?
Also, correct me if I'm wrong. Is Spider-Gwen still underage at this point? Or is she
No, she's
grown at
been
this
in
point?
college for longest time. She was
Yeah.
Oh.
in college when they tried to make her date Miles Morales.
Oh yeah, that didn't go anywhere, which kind of
Yeah.
shame the movie did better.
God. But
Why
speaking of
did the
things,
movie do that better than the comics?
God,
Shouldn't be
yeah.
the other way
But
around.
So they shouldn't have
speaking
happened in comics. She was in college. They tried to make her date a high schooler.
Oh
of,
yeah, we forgot about that.
wow. But
That's
speaking
just
of things
Bendis
from
trying to play with all his toys.
Yep. But speaking
Fail.
of things from the past, a certain someone pops up at the end of this issue, right, Tevia?
Yep. Drum roll, please. Manchester Black. But
Man, the last time I saw Manchester Black, wasn't he in the body of a cow?
he was. And but then he
Okay.
skipped that cow. How?
No,
Never explained.
it looks like he's a
Hey,
ghost.
If the
He's a
Well,
ghost.
here's the
skull
thing
can
with that.
escape a cow form, he can escape a cow form.
Here's the thing with that.
I'm just saying if you're telling me his soul was put into the body of a cow, and then the next thing we see him is he's a ghost right now, I can only assume what
No,
happened to
he's a soul, bro. Okay, he just got his soul out the cow.
Here's the thing
him.
about
Oh,
that.
how did soul get out
Action
of the cow
Comics.
audience?
Yep, indeed.
Magic powers.
Here's the thing about that. In Action
Yeah.
Comics by PKJ, he actually died. Lex Luthor killed him.
Okay.
Why did
Okay.
he do that? Because here's the thing.
Mhm.
He used his power to wipe everyone's secret name of Clark's identity to get back status quo with Superman and have a secret identity back. Now, Superman didn't know about this because what happened, he got pissed off because, Luthor, what have you done? Manchester died, and then Lex Luthor got on the revenge. And Superman because he's like, dude, Clark Kent and then afterward, it's a stupid idea. So we're gonna let that shit and him at the fine go back being Superman again, being Clark Kent again. So in a weird way, Lex Luthor helps Superman, but in a weird, twisted, messed up way. But you mentioned the Black who died, and now mentioned about the ghost now. Confusing. It's confusing, but it makes sense in context.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Now, I mentioned about when Superboy Prime, I have no idea. I don't know what the plan is, but I'm very sure what I mentioned about Superboy Prime.
Don't mess up his mind. That's all I could think of.
Yeah, this is gonna end in disaster. But you know what? It was gonna be an interesting, fun ride.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm invested in this Superman book now because look, Prime as a character, it's controversial beyond belief.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's when his writing's
He
getting
he
good.
been fun till he came back to life.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Because Prime did kill a lot of people, but you know what? At least she's getting a redemption on that's far more interesting than Norman.
Don't bring up my goat. I love Golden Glider.
Wait,
Only
you
people
mean
know what
Goblin?
they were. The Golden
Whatever,
Glider.
bro. I don't know, whatever he was called. I have
Oh.
all the issues.
That's fair.
Okay. Yep. We all have that one comic, that one concept audience that somebody here doesn't like, So,
Yep.
I don't know.
yep.
To be fair, it's perfectly fine. Not like Norman's thing. I'm just glad to see something different in him. Just not doing the regular boring Green Goblin stuff because they can't change anything
All
up.
right. Right, too.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we know he did
No.
become Goblin again, issue 1000. That's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
we know that's going to be the big surprise.
The
Same way with the big
reversal.
surprise to 750. The same way with the big surprise at 700. The same way with the big surprise at 650.
Then we have issue 800 with him becoming Red Goblin.
Oh yeah, they kept doing it. It's crazy, man.
Gotcha. Anyway, audience, Tev, you have any final thoughts on this issue before we move on to the next comic?
Yeah, my thought on the issue, it did do a good Superman issue, Lieutenant Fun. It may not be Clark Kent, but you know what? It's all doing a good Prime story. I'm willing to see how this one Superboy turned out a whole. This one Super Crossover would have been far better than we anticipated. And you know what? It's been a fun ride, and I'm very excited to not really Superboy. Now, like I said, the one book I'm invested in Superman now, that's the one book I'm more invested with Kid John Kent coming back. I'm gonna that book for now. But between this and the main Superman book, I think it's good to have Superman now. It's a fun book. I highly check it out. Go check out Hockey Minute and go check it out. And for Prime time, baby. Let's go. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
But anyway, audience, with that, we can move on to the next book. So, speaking of characters we're invested in, we're going to be talking about Wolverine, Weapons of Armageddon, issue number 2.
You should be talking about David Colton. Okay, we're not investing in Wolverine.
Definitely. Funny you should mention David Colton, man, because like when I went to my comic book shop audience, right, I had to get this variant cover of it, man. Come on, that is dope right there. They need to be doing more of David on Austin. I see potential of him going places down the line of Marvel. So all right. As this issue starts, it starts off with pretty much the origin of Nuke. Frank Simpson. The guy, the patriotic villain who has the American flag tattooed to his face.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he was he was a super soldier during the Vietnam era, right? And you see that Wolverine is with the program that was creating Nuke, and like how Wolverine was going to be part of the people who's going to be training Nuke because they all wanted the next Captain America, right? Hey,
Yeah,
fun
and
little
then the
trivia
email
fact.
failed.
Yep, fun little trivia fact, audience. Did you know when Captain America resigned, when Steve Rogers resigned from the Shield, and the government was looking for candidates to be the next Captain America? Uh, Funny enough, Nuke was a potential candidate for taking up the Shield before John Walker.
What?
You know?
And we
What?
all just give the shield out to everybody, huh?
No.
Why
They
are
had a
you
list of
twisting the story?
people that would have been qualified candidates.
This guy
But
shouldn't have been near the list.
well, he
Why
was
should a second nuke?
honestly, he was a decorated soldier at that time, before he went wacky. And the only reason he wasn't chosen to take up the mantle was because he was MIA at the time. So they gave it to John Walker instead. So yeah, for all you John Walker haters out there, I just want to say, like, would you have been happy if Frank Simpson was the one to be the next Cap besides John?
No,
No,
I don't
yeah,
think so.
gotcha. But anyway, so yeah, we get present day Nuke, and right now he's being tasked with hunting down not just for that missing new super soldier that they were experimenting on. The one who could spring liquid adamantium from his body, right? But
Wait, what?
Frank says
How the hell did that work?
he's a
It's the
new
next
character.
look, man. Right now, they're in Iron Man. They're trying to find the next Iron Man, and this
Mm.
dude is trying to find the next Wolverine. All right, they would,
Pretty
but
much.
what?
Pretty much, you remember how like Ultimate Spider-Man's universe, his suit was working with those like little nanobots?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Picotech stuff.
It,
Why?
just imagine if Magneto himself had had antimatter skeleton. It's basically that he can control
yeah,
it the
How?
way Magneto can control metal. So
exactly.
he makes a little armor and he makes stab stuff.
Yep.
That
And who
just
knows
sounds
what?
so lazy.
Well, no, it's the next generation of
And to be
super
fair,
soldiers.
we thought it was Jimmy Hudson at first before they named a whole another different blonde guy who looked like Wolverine for some
Yeah,
reason.
and plus, like that first appearance like boosted up the sales of the first issue audience. Because
Figures.
when I came back from my country, right? Of course this was one of the books I wanted to go get first. I'll, my comic shop only had one issue left, one copy of it left, and it was a crappy variant cover, so really sad about that. But anyway,
Yeah.
so picking up from where we left the last issue, right, audience? Because like Wolverine and this other mutant girl whose ability is to track other mutants, they're looking for that missing kid, right? The one
Okay.
who's supposed to be the next Wolverine, and their search actually led them to a cabin that had David Colton there. Tevye, I don't know if you know much about David Colton, but basically
I
he
know
was
who this is. Sorry.
yeah, he was the Captain America that was around during what's called the post
Oh yeah,
9/11 era.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess
yeah,
we have to
yeah,
talk
yeah, yeah.
about
Now I
that.
remember.
They
Yeah,
retconned it so Cap was not around for 9/11. So
But that
that
makes no
whole
sense because he was around at 9/11. We saw
hey,
the
that
yeah.
9/11
whole story,
issue.
just throw it away, okay? It did not
They
happen. He
had
was
to
not here.
they had to
And
adjust they had to adjust the timeline definitely, but as far as
Uh,
retcons go, compared to all the crap that certain writers have been doing to Captain America over the years concerning his history, this seems more respectful than, oh, I don't know, retconning the Shield to having a racist origin, So,
oh yeah,
yeah,
or to
yeah,
make it worse, let's kind of be a Hydra agent.
yeah, there you go, and that stuff. But anyway, so this is really our first time seeing David Colton in present time, audience. And let me bring up a picture of him, right? Turns
With a
out
beard?
Yeah, he has a beard now. Yeah, audience, it turns out that David Colton, he pretty much went off the grid ever since that whole Latvian incident with him and Steve, right?
Of course.
And yeah, and right now he's actually been spending all his time going to any signs of like a super soldier program and destroying those facilities. He
he
does
did a
not
piss
want
poor job, then.
No, he's actually been doing. He's actually been destroying a lot of facilities. Apparently,
If he's been doing it since he went off the grid, all the way back then
Yeah.
Weapon H is his fault. Is all I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay. There's only so much David Colton could do, you know. So anyway,
There's
He's
a
only one man.
look.
Trivia. There's
He
a
has a
Hulk
handicap.
with Wolverine powers. Okay, someone had to stop that. I can
I'm sure there
guarantee
were.
you, half the ones he stopped was not nearly as bad as Weapon H could have been if he was evil.
What
Hey,
potential said a waste of potential?
if,
Like he had
hey,
never cared, but they don't know you never used them
hey,
since.
you ask a soldier like that, they'll probably say, "We've stopped conflicts that you've never even heard about, kid." So, like, yeah,
Yep.
that's the way I'm seeing with David, you know. But
But
anyway,
send
so
black ops soldiers to deal with it.
yeah,
They should have made him the man on the wall.
Why did
yeah.
they do that? That's content they should have done for him.
They
It
gotta
didn't
stop
work
throwing
with
their
Buck.
troops away. It's so good.
It did. It didn't work wonders for Bucky. So yeah,
They
he'll
Yeah,
would
have
because
a
Bucky
whole
has
they
a
would
whole
have
other.
been
different
next day
character
either.
though. It would have been a good thing for to have a good tangible thing to
Mhm.
have David do that
Yeah,
during in the off screen time, in my opinion.
yeah.
But it is what
He
it
could
is.
have. Yeah, I'm sure he did it off screen. But anyway, so we have the brief fight between him and Wolverine, and Wolverine's describing David's fighting style because he doesn't know anything about this guy, right? But he notices that he moves like a super soldier, and he has the reactions of a Captain America, and like he spots Captain America's shield, and automatically Wolverine's first response: I can't let this guy get his hands on that shield, right? Because
Yep.
hey, so as the fight commences, Wolverine was able to slice David's gun, but then he realized, wait, you were never aiming for your shield. What's up with
Uh
that?
oh.
Yeah. You're star in your chest, moving like a super soldier, but you don't use the shield. Uh,
Yep.
I think this is the Captain America that refuses to hold that shield again after what he experienced during his tour of duty in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait. What did he do?
Basically, his story
Basically,
was
the government betrayed him. Long story short.
Oh,
yeah. Well,
again? How
well,
many
no,
times
no,
we
Yeah.
gonna predict Captain
no,
America?
no. Tevye, look at it this way, right? He experienced horrors of war. He didn't
Oh.
come.
Oh.
Just,
Oh.
just go with that.
Yeah.
I was told by like the son of a veteran, right? You don't want to ask a veteran what they did during their tour of duty, if they are not bringing it up,
Yeah.
so it's
Not a
best
good
not to ask
idea.
that. So anyway, let me see if I can find that exact monologue. Anyway, so they get to talking. Turns out David Colton already found that kid, and he kind of David was the one who actually took all those monitor things out of that kid's head. So he
That's
kind of
good
set him
news.
free. Because again, David doesn't want to see more super soldiers grow. He doesn't want to see more people turn into weapons. And
Yeah.
I respect that. Let me try to see if I find the monologue I was
I
trying to
don't.
find earlier.
I don't respect it. If I want superpowers, you let me do whatever the fuck I want to. Okay.
Do you want to be turned into a weapon? Your body being used against your will?
No.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll get free will at some point.
You never know, man. You never know. But
The only
anyway,
character I pretty well Wolverine, Bloodshot from Valiant, and
mhm,
Deadpool. And maybe
gotcha.
Sabretooth, but Sabretooth is psychopath, so I can't. I don't
In
count
the
him.
words of Steve Rogers, what kind of man? What kind of man will let a government experiment on him for his country? Okay.
Gotcha. But David's still doing good for his country in his own way. There comes a point, right? The girl that's with Wolverine, she knows about, she works for the government, right? And she knows about David. Apparently, he's described as the lost Captain America. And
Yeah.
yeah, there comes a point where even Wolverine has heard of him saying, I remember hearing about you right after 9/11. The videos of you smiling in Kandahar with your shield, America's bright hope in the Middle East. And David just begrudgingly saying, "Yeah, well, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
The only bright thing about me now is the Star Tech on my heart." Yeah, because
Oh, that's still working.
hey, it's supposed to wait. As it's described, right? That one arc reactor is supposed to last you like what 3 lifetimes? You know, so
I know, but
Wait,
I'm
yeah,
like, when his first arc reactor is based on his new timeline.
yeah, but
wait a second.
also,
When
but
did
this
he have
arc.
Iron Man tech?
Well, no, this was after
Okay,
his
okay, okay. At the
debut
end of
issue.
the original, at the end of the Steve run, well, in the other book, David got injured at the end of his tour, basically when the whole government situation went out, and he was having a
Yeah.
heart attack. Tony came to recruit Cap for the Avengers, and
Hmm.
as a solid, he saved David's life. Long story short.
Yeah, he
Ow.
put an arc reactor there, because this
Yeah.
was the drawback of his super soldier serum.
Ow.
Dave is always going to be
Yeah.
the one person who's actually a perfected super soldier. Everybody else has to have like a downgrade of some kind with the
A
serum they got.
knockoff Super Soldier Serum, basically,
Yeah,
and didn't work.
yeah.
We also
So
believe that he's the guy in the Armageddon photos with the star his chest flying.
With the
yeah,
cosmic cube, basically, with the cape.
Yeah, we think
yeah, the one
that's
that
going to
came.
be David's next thing.
Yeah, yep.
I
He's
always said
going.
that the Sentry.
I.
Get that wrong.
The
They still
Sentry
have
book
to
actually
now.
really good. I kind of like the place they have Sentry in.
Yeah, it was good, but we'll see.
Hopefully they ignored
Well,
the wheelchair Sentry, which is a dumb idea.
yeah, they already announced they're not touching anything with those characters. So yeah,
Thank God. That was a
yeah.
terrible idea. Who wrote that
That
shit?
didn't that was at a time when they believed like those sorts of characters were going to be the future of the MCU, but they realized no, no. But anyway, going back to the book, right? David's like monologuing saying, "I don't use my shield anymore," but then you have Wolverine saying, "But then why do you still have that shield?
Yeah,
Because
good
it's some,
question.
it still means something to you, doesn't it?" Man, David is such a layered character, audience. Like
He never confirmed
yeah,
that really bothered me. I thought he'd be like generic Captain America evil, but no, I was
hmm
wrong. He's drama
yeah,
complex.
yeah. I'm really proud that Chip Zdarsky was able to handle David because I can only imagine anybody else who's right, anybody else that they got besides Chip Zdarsky would have done something really like villainous to portray David
Yeah, that
as.
one man was stupid. Like, oh, this guy's evil. I must stop him. No, I'm evil. I'm psychotic, and he killed people.
Exactly, exactly. But
Yeah.
anyway, so David reluctantly decides to join them because, like, his interests are just the safety of that kid who got free from the Super Soldier program, right? Speaking of him, let me bring up a picture of him. Yeah, this is him going to a neighboring town. He's trying to get clothes. One of the pedestrians spots him, and he kind of goes a little bit monster form, uh, trying to suppress his urges to kill this guy. So yeah, we'll see what happens to this kid later on. And yeah, pretty much the issue goes straight forward. We see that Nuke ends up finding the cabin where Logan, David, and the other girl are at, and he shoots a rocket launcher at them.
Of
And yeah,
course.
yep. It's funny when you talked about villainous caps because I find it ironic that David's going to end up running into Nuke because Nuke would represent everything that would have every horrible thing that would have happened to David, like the
Yeah.
worst case scenario. So
Yeah, because Nuke did a psychopath murderer who's just a
he,
monster.
well, I mean, it was a combination of things between the serious amount of PTSD he had from fighting in Vietnam to all the mechanical and biological augmentations he was going through from the government. Yeah, he's not a bad person. It's just he got really, really fucked up, audience, mentally.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But let's be real, he also worked for Kingpin after the fight Daredevil.
That is
How
true.
did I say that?
So.
Awful.
Yeah, that is true. So, but yeah, I like this issue. Excited to see more what they Marvel has planned for David. So we know the
Same.
origin box. The origin box is going to be from the Ultimate Universe is going to come into play here. So it's
Well,
likely.
to be fair, they already revealed all the people now.
Was it all the
Wait.
people?
There was
All
only
the
4
way?
boxes, and we know all 4 of them now.
Oh
Wait.
damn! Well,
I know the two. That Hulk lady, which is awful. Then
There's
they
mhm.
uh
Wonder Man.
Holocustus or something, who is a disciple of Nihilus. There's Wonder
Yeah.
Man. There's
that one.
a skinny guy who has the power of Cinerec,
Uh huh.
and then there's
Huh?
some girl who power I can't tell.
But then, like, what? But
They're
we know a
just
box.
so dumb.
What? But we know there's a box here, so there might be a fifth box. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
These
There's
random
a box
characters
in this
sound
book.
so dumb and stupid.
In the last issue, yes, there is one of those origin boxes.
Of course, there is.
So yeah, we'll see how that goes. There
Oh,
might
the
be
origin
5.
boxes could be interesting. A juggernaut power that doesn't turn you big could be interesting. Depending on how they handle it, because it isn't the base Cinerec power; it's the ultimate Cinerec power. Depending on how they handle it.
But we don't know
Oh,
what
okay,
cinema power
okay.
is. We never answered that question.
We'll say
That's
that
what I'm saying.
cinematic.
So they can kind of make whatever they want to be.
Uh,
You could.
I have more thoughts on that, but I'll save that for Monday when we talk about that as a topic. So, but
Yeah,
anyway,
I'm gonna cheat about that now.
gotcha. Anyway, yeah, the issue pretty much ends with like David's home being blown up. So we'll see how that goes.
And now you want
Um,
wait. Is she gonna avenge on Nuke? If you got that, also I want to be
I
Nuke's
mean,
ass.
yeah, they're gonna. They're definitely going to have to fight those two. So it's going to
Yeah,
be interesting seeing what David's perspective on Nuke is. So.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I would imagine David will be the type that like will want to help veterans coming back from war times, to readjust in society, So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, with that, we can move on to the next book, audience. So, Austin,
No, it's my turn.
yep,
Yep.
go for it.
Okay, you see the photo I chose? That's the variant I bought. So I wanted to mess with you.
Well, Malice.
Good
Yeah.
for you,
Well,
man.
she's not Malice in this. She's the Invincible Woman. Because
Huh?
so Malice was just a personality that took over Sue Storm back in the 80s. This one is a Sue Storm who powers grew so strong she accidentally killed everyone. And in her attempt to get rid of her grief, she basically, I would say, lobotomized herself, but she got rid of the thing that helps her feel.
Oh, dang. So this is
What?
basically the person.
How did she
Look, this
do
is
that?
Austin.
So
This is the
Sue Storm's
person.
power, Ryan North has evolved Sue every Feather Four power, like by far.
Except Ben. Yeah.
Except the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Long story short, her origin was on her Earth. The Fast Four was, who they were. But she was coming so strong, so much faster, and not understanding her ability as well. Like, she had the time to really understand her ability while how fast she was progressing. So she was doing solo missions, like how with Shield, like she was doing in the 616. She went to Paris. She ended up getting a vision about how she was going to have to help the Fast Four. Going to have to fight Thanos, the Phoenix Force, all the other shit at some point. And in doing so, she activated her powers without knowing she was doing it. So when she was doing fighting these threats, she was actually killing people.
Oh, shit.
And so Sue's power with her with her power to turn invisible has evolved to the point where invisible is like just the concept of invisibility. She can make you invisible to heat, which will make you freeze.
Wow.
Oh,
And
wow, that's
that
so
basically what
overpowered.
killed. With that, she actually killed Reed and Ben.
What?
She did it on Johnny, but Johnny's naturally heated because of his powers. But even though he felt cold, he didn't freeze.
What happened to him?
I'll take
Basically,
Ryan
once
word.
she lobotomized herself, obviously she's not right in the head, and and them two come to blows, and she ends up killing him and not feeling anything about it.
Look, I'm not a science guy, audience, so I'll trust Ryan North's depiction of that.
Yeah, I'm not a science guy.
I'll tell you, like, if you read the issue, actually it's set up good. I can't explain everything, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But long story short, she gets she's basically just kind of twisted because of the lobotomy. She enjoys killing people, she enjoys hurting people, and she was killing Galactuses, and she tried to kill our Galactus, and he was like, "Hey, yo, Reed, y'all gotta pick it up, bro. Get your wife, bro. Get your wife, Reed." And that's how the Fantastic Four got involved. And now that she met another Sue Storm, and especially one Sue that's, while not as strong as her, had the potential to be as strong as her, she wants to lobotomize her too. And then it'll be two of them.
Oh God,
That is
dude.
so confusing. Wait.
No, that's
So
not
this
confusing,
is not
but-
this is not Armageddon. This is a different Malice from another universe who wants
Yeah.
our Sue Storm.
Imagine like if Deadpool killed the Marvel universe and that guy came to the main universe. It's basically that.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
So
but
she's
it is
here.
with the-
She met
Oh.
She met our Sue Storm now, and now she wants to turn her into another version of herself. So then it'll be two of
of
them.
course.
She's not
But
right
as
in the
you-
head, audience.
She's psychotic.
So I brought these specific photos. I don't know how much credit to upload it, but I want to show you how more developed her powers have become as an Invincible Woman. Because she had to change her moniker because she was getting too fucking strong. Invincible Woman
Is
didn't talk
he
about.
Galactus?
No, he's not dead.
Oh, okay.
Remember-
Reed, they had to bait her. They had to kind of bait her to be here. Basically, he's suspended in he's in a suspended situation. He's alive,
Yeah.
but
That's good news.
so Sue Storm, Tevye, since you haven't been caught up, she's basically Green Lantern with her shields. She can make constructs on constructs.
And also,
Ooh, that's so cool.
audience, in this run, Sue Storm's power could literally block the sun from the Earth.
Yep.
Not the whole Earth,
3
okay? Don't be
days.
flippant.
For 3 days.
He did one state, okay, because the fungus was going to grow kill everybody. It doesn't matter. The point is, using her ability to make constructs and her ability to manipulate light, which affects color and stuff, she made these clones to help her fight.
Oh, that is so cool. Naruto for Shadow Clones.
Yeah.
Basically. And when I tell you, this Sue is strong, and she is everything she does in this book is like insane scripted. Devin, how many photos did you put up? Because I know I did 5, and this is our second one.
I'm bringing up the other. I did all 5.
With the construct.
Okay. All right, so when I tell you, she starts dominating them. Johnny tries his best. He's going as much as he can without going supernova. Does nothing. Sue can't even sense her invisibility or her shield, while much stronger Invincible Woman is. I'll just call her Malice for short. So
Yeah, let's call her Malice.
how much stronger Malice is. Sue cannot sense her. She can't put a shield on her head. She can't do anything to physically stop her right now.
Yeah.
So it's all up to them to try to hold her off. And as this goes on, she just goes invisible and snatches Sue up. And then we go to the next photo. That you get. Wait.
Next one.
Yeah. No.
Oh my god!
Yeah. So no. Go back to the other one first. Now you got the construct that you see. She made a plane. She made a train, but it does nothing to her. And as the script had already spoiled, she's gonna try to lobotomize this suit. She's like, you. I want to see what you were like. I want to see if you were like me. You said, funny enough, Sue tells her the story of the Maker in this.
Oh wow.
The Maker?
She explains to Malice that just like you, we had a run-in with an evil Reed. And he was much stronger than all of us. And he was all this other stuff. And at the end of the day, we still beat him. And she was like, and Malice was like, I did all this because I really wanted to see if you would try to kill me. I want to see how alike we were. But now I know you can't, even though I know you can't kill me, now I know you also won't kill me. And it also means you didn't kill this Reed either. You were too weak to do that as well, weren't you?
Question. But they didn't beat the Maker. He's been destroying another universe in the open Endgame book, which I hope we do.
Remember, they don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
The last time Sue faced them was in Secret Wars, and they did beat them.
Yeah, Secret 2015.
Yeah. I don't think he knows. I think only the Illuminati knows that he ran away into the other universe.
Yeah.
Dude, at certain point they're gonna have this Malice.
They gotta meet. But I need it. I need the evil Fan 4. I need it.
Yeah.
I need Malice and the Maker to team up so they can become a couple and they can have evil flame witches. That's not a bad idea.
But
what time I
now
said?
we're waiting
look,
for an
Yeah,
evil.
meeting.
We're waiting for an evil thing and an evil Human Torch now, audience.
Yep.
So,
And
yeah.
then we have evil pregnant with it, and then we have evil Valeria, and then they fight all of it at the boy.
Yep.
Malice was her power is so superior to Sue. Sue did not even realize she was being turned invisible during this whole conversation because Malice
Wow.
is trying to load the correct cortex that she needs to. Well, I won't say empty, lobotomize to turn her into herself.
Mhm.
Yep.
But little did she, but unlike this woman who hasn't had her family a long time, Sue still has her family. So guess what?
Yep.
Johnny and them ain't playing that shit. And Johnny tackles the dog shit out of her. And then you revealed that Reed did the slingshot thing and launched Thing at her. So Thing is in the air just fighting Malice while Johnny grabs Sue. And they teleport Thing to the ship to escape.
Okay.
Ooh.
Because Malice, now that she, over the course of the issue, I didn't really cover it. She did find out about the kids.
Yeah.
Of course she did.
So now she's like, "Oh, I'm going to go to Earth. And I'm going to get them then."
Oh,
Yep.
damn.
So
I'm done with you at the inferior double gang.
Yeah.
I'm going to the kids.
you're not as strong as I thought you were. Your family's weak. So, but this Franklin kid, this Valeria, they got potential. They're still young.
Oh, whoa.
Uh-oh.
She's pulling a Scarlet Witch, audience, is what I'm seeing. You know?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Malice also turned her light into plasma. By the way, because by speeding up.
Plasma?
Oh,
Yeah, and like the upgrades that she could do is crazy. Like, bro, it's insane. But
I'm just
long
saying-
story
Now
short,
you mean like God. Literally.
I'm just saying if Death Arrow ever does a video on with Invisible Woman, God bless. God help whoever they pair her off with. You know? So,
Yeah, it's gonna be a bloodbath.
yeah.
go to the so then this one, the Reed, Sue, and all of them have called back to Earth to tell Valeria and Franklin that, hey yo, someone's gonna look like your mom. It's not her. You know, if someone approaches you, even if it's all of us, all four of us, because you remember, like I said, she can make the constructs look like people, meaning she can just copy the whole fence for if she wants to. Do not trust anybody other than people who's already with you. And even if anyone tries to get too close to you, question them. You know, only stuff that you know that they know.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the same time, people are attacking Earth. And I brought this picture specifically. I was disappointed. So the past a couple of issues back, the kids, we found out that Reed was copying the tech of other heroes and villains
Yeah.
for
Even
emergency
Doug
situations.
Lawrence.
Yeah, just for emergency situations. You never know what's going on.
Yeah.
But so I was like, oh, Franklin being the Spider-Man fan, who's been a Spider-Man fan since he was a fucking child, he's gonna get web shooters, right? Right? No.
What do you
Wrong.
I don't know what he got. He's just shooting lasers from his hands.
What? That's lazy. That's
And I'm like,
bullying.
whose power is this? Because it's using tech to do it. And I'm like, is it supposed to be like repulsor rays or something? I don't know. It was
like
lame.
Cyclops.
Thing's son, the Kree boy, he got
Yeah.
Stiltman powers. I thought that was funny.
Oh yeah, he adopted son.
Yeah.
Lame.
No, to be fair, he's pairing up with his other stuff. But seeing him use Stiltman and his stuff in his fight was very funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
The girl, the scroll girl, I don't remember, but I remember she. Everyone had specific
the
things.
Kree girl, right? The Kree girl.
No. Kree is a boy.
Scroll.
A boy's Kree, and a scroll is a girl.
Oh yeah. Computer got up dance Joshua one.
She had her own tech going on, but the cover for the next issue is Malice surrounded by everyone beat the fuck up, and we do know the next issue is the finale of the Malice arc. At least the current. I don't think she's gonna die or anything, obviously, but wherever it is,
I'm curious what's gonna happen to her. Like, I'm hoping, really hoping, I'm praying to God happen that she goes to the Maker and they both team up because I want that. To happen.
That's a ticking time bomb, audience. You know what's going to happen at some point. You know, so
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's just going to be interesting because Malice made a whole point about how people underestimate you because you kept your name as a visible woman. They only think about your birth power. People think when average person think about your shields, they don't think you're that strong since that has nothing to do with your name.
Mm-hmm.
Your name's
Yeah.
Invisible Woman, so that's the power they're expecting. You're at full power. You're stronger than Ben. You're more dangerous than Johnny, and your stuff can move faster than Reed can stretch.
God dang.
You so you need to push yourself harder. You need to stop playing around in a lot of these situations. So when she comes down here, and if the cover's correct, she's going to fight the full Avengers team plus Wolverine and plus the kids
Oh my
and
God.
plus Storm. And you know anything about current Storm? Her power level is way too fucking high.
Yeah, this
I mean,
gonna be a disaster. Gonna
this is
storm
always
fest.
this is always a problem when you give characters power ups in these situations, audience, because like, okay, what's going to be the challenge for them in the next run at that point? You know?
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
If Malice wins this fight, we might have to. I think people are going to really have to reevaluate soon. People don't remember when the MCU Fantasy 4 came out. The MCU one last year. People were mad that Sue was strong, as strong as she was.
Bro,
And I was like, if you read Fantasy 4 anytime in the last 20 years, you will understand that Sue is easily the strongest member of this team.
Yeah.
She's not physically the strongest, but her power is easily the most dangerous on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She was blocking laser from 3 Celestials at one point.
She had the
It didn't last that long, but she did it.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So getting mad that she was able to push Galactus is the most insane shit I've ever heard in life. Reed and Ben was pushing Galactus in that first fight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
But like the whole point of this run just really shows you the danger of her power. So everybody in this book has gotten power ups. Reed
Of course.
was able to stretch beyond space and time at one point. He can't casually do it, to be fair. It took a long time and a lot of setup, but he was able to do it.
Okay.
Johnny had such control of fire that he can make fire clones and all this other stuff like that. He can just suck the moisture out of your body, like just easy like that.
Wow.
So Sue upgrade has been her Green Lantern like structures because she's been hanging more out. She's been hanging out with what's the blind girl's name?
Echo, I think.
No, blind.
Alicia.
Alicia being an artist.
Oh yeah,
helping
the white. My bad.
Yeah, Bennett, Sue and her have been hanging out more, so she's been learning to build and mold with clay, and that's how she's been training her constructs.
No,
isn't she like the daughter of
Puppet Master? Yeah.
Yep.
They addressed that too. He was in this run earlier in the book.
Yep.
But this really makes me wonder if he's going to tackle Ben's power, because the problem with Ben's character, if anyone knows anything about Fans 4, you can't just cure him because that's a big part of the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
you can't have him just be able to casually turn his power on and off. So, but if you upgrade his power and then like it goes too far, you're gonna lose the charm of the natural just thing what he is.
Yeah, that one all got it. Actually, speak of power, yeah, remind me. Are they gonna upgrade Blair and Franklin and give Franklin more ability? Because Franklin is overpowered.
Well, to be fair, for Franklin, they limited him pretty well. So for Franklin right now, he only had access to his full power one day of the year. And during that one day of the year is when he looks forward in time to see all the threats, and he does stuff like he preps beforehand.
So did they retcon the bullshit of him not being immune and being immune again? I hope they did.
No, he's still not immune, but I personally appreciate that. I'm tired of everybody being tied to the X-Men melodrama. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Then the worse X-Men get, the more I'm glad that people aren't connected anymore.
Wow, audience! The mutant community lost one less Omega level mutant amongst all of them.
Valeria, they have not done anything. In fact, I think Critic can confirm this. They only made her more unlikable.
Yeah.
Oh, damn
it!
She saw Doom. She saw Doom try to kill her parent multiple times, and damn near dead.
Yep.
And she still only cares about to do that like as an uncle. And it's like he ripped your father's face in half like a minute ago.
To be fair, Doom actually did help Sue give birth to her. So I do
Dude, I
understand
get
that.
it, but it's
Red
like how many
flag.
times do you have to try to kill your parents for you to be like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good
No.
point. Damn it.
Yeah.
He sent your
Mhm.
brother to hell. He sent your
Yeah,
brother to
that
hell.
messed up.
So it's
Mhm.
like, I don't know. With Valeria, I don't think they're ever going to give her a superpower other than her brains, because I
It
think
makes
the
sense
whole
because her brain is a superpower. It's a super
they like
intelligence.
the duology of like Franklin having all the power, her having all the smarts. So they give like they're stuck being a tag team situation. But I also think they don't want to give her a power because then it's going to be like a Moon Girl situation where you're so
Yeah.
smart
Yeah,
and you're supposed to be so
moving.
strong, but you can't really do anything because of your situation in comics.
Yeah, that won't work.
But
Mhm.
to be fair, like I'm still surprised they haven't did a kid Fantastic Four team. So you had the two
I
Ben kids, and you had
don't
the
give
We
a
the Two
fuck that.
kids.
That's a golden opportunity.
Also,
Uh,
and the
just
last thing I'll
saying
bring
it.
up in this book, they bring up Future Foundation. Shield wants to work with Fantastic Four to bring back Future Foundation,
Okay.
Okay.
and I don't like the idea. I like Future Foundation.
Wait,
I don't think Shield should be involved in Future Foundation.
what is Shield disbanded? We haven't seen
It,
Shield
Shield
in
it's
came
years.
back
not
and
come back.
Fantastic Four like 2014. 2024.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah,
Who's
it's
that with
under
me?
Maria Hill, and she was ass, and she's doing okay right now. It was really bad
Yeah.
before it came back, but
I don't trust my hair because she's the one who caused Civil War to happen. I know that
yeah, I don't trust her either.
Cheesy man the Waller audience.
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
trust her either. But so that's why I don't want. That's why I don't trust her to run the Future Foundation. I won't want to get a whole bunch of smart kids in the room, and then have her just use them to make weapons for Shield. I think that'll be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so I'm hoping we don't get that situation. But I'm really excited to see Iron Man them reaction to Invincible Woman. I really do want to. Oh, well,
That should
Malice.
be
I do want to see how that
interesting.
works out.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a Galactus fan, just be happy your boy didn't job today. Okay. You know, you all know how Galactus has been. He got some
Yeah.
more W's because of the movie, but it's still possible they're gonna sell him short to how strong someone is.
Yeah.
Well, not just that. We also have Queen Black coming up.
We'll see what
Woo!
happens. We'll see
Another
what
event with
happens.
color at Queen Black.
Gotcha.
And no at the God of Light.
Gotcha.
Light.
Well,
Yeah, man. That Noel shit's
anyway.
stupid. Noel is the dumbest book in Marvel, but it's the funniest book of all time to me. I have the most fun reading a Noel book, and it's just all bullshit. Like this book is terrible.
Yeah.
it's
But it's
I
so
didn't
funny.
win no
it's
because I just don't
it's the
care.
funniest. It's the funniest unintentionally funny book out there,
It
audience.
feels
So
like a B movie the whole way through. It's so funny.
gotcha.
Well, that's good news. You're
Anyway,
reading a comedy book that's funny.
but anyway, with that, I think we should move on to next book's audience.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
What's my
Oh
endgame,
crap!
right?
The picture of the next comic didn't pop up. Of course it didn't. But anyway, so we're talking about Dungeons of Doom issue number 3, which is also the finale of this mini event. You know?
That was
Really?
fast.
Yeah, I
That's
was
short.
surprised by that. Yeah, kind of a little bit underwhelmed because I was expecting more stuff to be popping out of this book. You
Yeah,
know?
I read this book, bro. They really
I
undersold.
didn't read this
They
book.
really oversold the premise.
Yeah. So yeah, real sad. But anyway, so in case people need up to date what's going on, so you have 3 factions that are trying to get um, the secret weapons that are underneath Doom's castle, right? You have the American soldiers, you have Hydra, and you have the Liberian freedom fighters. You know, unfortunately for the American
The
soldiers,
freedom
they came
fighters?
Liberian freedom fighters. Yeah, basically, the citizens are trying to get back, take control back of their own country after Doom's gone. You know,
Oh,
so
that makes
yeah.
sense.
Okay. So anyway, for they each find like a specific thing within the Dungeons of Doom. Fortunately, yeah, you kind of realize there's a good reason why these things had to have been hidden, right? Because for the Americans, they found a carcass that had the a device in it with like the essence or the spirit of a mutant. A mutant.
Oh
A
dear
mutant.
God!
A
Wait,
mutant
repeat.
named
Go
a
ahead.
mutant known as Whisper.
Whisper.
Huh?
Yeah. Whisper. Apparently, he was a mutant that was so dangerous that Charles Xavier had to work out a deal with Doctor Doom to kind of hide him underneath the castle and wipe
What?
everybody's minds out.
To be
Yeah,
fair, like the same guy who was like, "Oh, this dude's dangerous. Let's just go back in time and make sure his parents don't meet."
there
Oh
are some
yeah,
mutants.
that's stupid. I even been into
Yeah.
awful story.
Look,
I hate
there
that
are
story.
some mutants that I know nobody wants to go with that answer, but there's just some mutants that are just too out of control, you know. And
Yeah, that's
anyway,
true.
so anyway,
There's a
yeah,
reason Wolverine had to kill that kid in the Ultimate Universe. Oh, that kid who just melted the whole town by accident.
True.
exactly.
And then also
And
the Jimmy had his son from the Open
yep,
Universe who had to kill some people.
Yep.
that's true. But anyway, in this book, you see that device. It's like attaching itself to one of the soldiers, and apparently the person's
Of,
power is whoever hears him, you basically become possessed by him. You
Of
know,
course.
he constantly says the mantra of "Es que o catandele, es que
bro, this
o
Hemotet.
catandele." What was that, Austin?
Are they the Hemotet from the Mummy?
Might as
Yep.
well. Es que o catandele. Everybody's eyes glow, and then they start becoming possessed. Luckily, one of the soldiers was actually able to radio in on Red Hulk because remember, audience, Red Hulk is coming in, is also part of this. He's trying to save his fellow soldiers, his brothers in arms, right? And one of the soldiers tells him, "You gotta cover your ears. If you hear this, if you hear his whisper, you're gonna be compromised. We cannot have this mutant control a Hulk, you know, basically." So yeah, Red Hulk covers his ears. He follows their signal. Unfortunately, the possessed soldier makes it up to the surface, runs into the Latvian citizens, right, and already starts spreading his message to them. This is where
Of course.
Red Hulk had to jump in, grab two cars, and not only kill his fellow soldier, but also give like a sonic boom that would, cause everybody in the nearby vicinity to go deaf, basically.
Of course.
Yikes, yikes. You see like, the aftermath of all this, Red Hulk is carrying that little metallic box that contains the spirit of that mutant with him. And all the people around the surrounding facility, they're like, "You bastard, you struck us deaf. I
I,
can't
I
hear."
actually, I actually really like the doll here because she's like my only child. You Dexter, you broken us, all of us.
Yeah.
And he
And
said, my men died so you can live broken.
that is a
Yep.
perfect way to go about it. Benjamin
That
Percy, you
is
are the
smart
perfect
to show.
look. Red Hulk's
Um.
the nuance behind this audience. Like,
Yeah.
Benjamin Percy, you are the best writer to ever have written the Red Hulk ever.
It's very
Honestly,
general loss because loss
yeah,
and Red Hulk. I still think
yeah,
not a bad idea, but at least it's been a little more interesting.
yeah. Like, count your blessings in your brokenness. Like,
Yeah.
damn. Don't come to me and complain about your problems when I had to put down one of my fellow soldiers. Like,
Yep.
yeah, yeah, that was real deep stuff, audience. So, but then we go back to the Hydra faction, and there's really not much to go about it.
Apparently, this hammer is called the Hammer of Treachery, by the way.
Oh, okay,
What? That's a dumb and stupid
it
name.
Yeah,
makes
so
it
we, so we
makes
never got the name of it really, and then it's an Asgard hammer. So I
yeah,
thought it was supposed to be a hammer from here
Oh,
itself.
yeah. So
goody. And
you,
then four to do
if
with
you
that stuff right
if
now.
you
Wait,
want,
in four mortal now?
Yeah, the
yeah,
Mortal Thor run is actually pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
the
anyway,
mortal is good, but the mortal one is confusing. It's the same story,
yeah.
but
But anyway,
now
so
it's a more. I don't get the name change.
yeah, but anyway, with this hammer, like, yeah, the hammer of treachery, yeah, you want to be worthy of it. You basically have to kill your fellow comrade, and if someone kills you, you become worthy of the
Of
hammer.
course.
Then. So yeah,
Now then the
um,
Hydra, not the assholes. Great.
Of course, you know. So
Yeah,
now Hydra.
it's just supposed to be the evil version of Mjolnir.
Hmm.
My
Yep.
problem with this is because we already kind of had that with the War Thor stuff that they got rid
Yeah,
of. So I
yeah.
doubt
Oh
this
yeah,
is going to
yeah,
last as long as they think it's going to be.
Ultimate Hammer.
You know,
Yeah, and that
the
was way
only
cooler.
well, the only layer you could get with this is now Hydra has the power of Mjolnir now, basically. You know,
Yep.
so we'll see where that goes. Nothing really much to that
It's
story. Just straightforward, you
Yeah,
know.
it's really straightforward for some reason. I wish it was more like I wish it did work more like Thor Hammer. Like it had red lightning and stuff, but I mean like change the guy's outfit. Make him give him some muscle or something. He's a regular guy. I'm looking at on a hammer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's not. It's visually, it's not that impressive, and the
that's
hammer is
true.
shaped really bad.
Yeah,
Agreed.
true. It reminds me too much of the God of War Thor hammer, you know. So
Exactly.
But we
That's
gotta have
exactly
a
what I want
thought
to say.
more cooler, more badass. This hammer
Yeah, this
boring.
was like just literally just made of plain rock. Like it don't
Yeah.
look special at all.
yeah, bit lame.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then the next faction we get to is actually the Laverian Freedom Fighters, right?
What the hell is
Um,
that thing with the giant eyes?
yeah, that was
Oh, okay.
underneath
So
the.
that, funny enough, is the eyes of Khonshu.
Oh wow.
What?
These are the
Heavy up.
eyes of Khonshu, apparently.
A Moon Knight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The Moon Knight spirit comes in and basically decides to join forces with one of the Laverian Freedom Fighters here. Honestly,
Okay.
honestly, these past three issues, they're straight up from Resident Evil, man.
Yeah,
When
they
you
Yeah.
try
definitely
to
was
live
the
as
evil
It's
video
Resident
game.
if you're not caught up with Moon Knight, Jet in case Moon Knight has been very good, but it's also been very experimental.
Evil.
So now we have like you remember you just be the fifth of Khonshu Moon Knight was,
Yeah,
and then it
yeah.
was like, well,
Yeah. Why?
obviously Khonshu has two fists. So you had the Moon Knight and you had Hunter's Moon. And once you start doing that, like I think they're just going into body parts. Like, well, how does Khonshu see everything, all the stuff he sees and knows? Well, these are his eyes.
Oh
Of
wow,
course.
there you go.
Hopefully they don't
Uh,
start doing shit like, oh, well, this Khonshu's feet right here, and this is
Mhm.
back. Like,
hopefully they
end it
have
here.
that'd be a dumb
We'll, we'll
idea.
we'll see how it goes because right now the one Laverian Freedom
Khonshu have
Fighter
his
is
own
designed.
Watcher type character. I think will be fine, but don't make it
Mhm.
like a habit of just making body parts for Khonshu to use like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, so like the one Laverian freedom fighter that survives this and becomes like the next servant of Khonshu is the one female hero who has Doom
The
bot
Metal
jaw.
John.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
metal
Of
jaw.
course,
Yeah,
Roman that supplies.
yeah.
To be
So
fair, her design's the only good one out of all these people. I guess it's I guess I wouldn't mind
Yeah.
being
yeah.
around. The other dude just a
And
bald guy.
gotcha. And we also had like another surprise faction from Wakanda here, right, audience?
Black
Um,
Panther?
yeah,
No,
Black Panther.
so
Oh.
an agent of Wakanda was sent here to steal something, but he seemed to be corrupted by some
Yes.
type of bat god.
No, the exact thing he was supposed to come here retrieve was like a skull-shaped herb that Doom
Oh.
had. Yeah, you remember? You all know about the
Yeah.
heart-shaped herb, but like the thing about this skull-shaped herb is because you know with the heart-shaped herb, it allows you to briefly transcend your spirit into the spirit world. Well, the skull-shaped herb does the opposite. It
Of
actually
course
has
it does.
yeah, it actually has a god come in and possess your body. Because this Wakandan agent, he was coming in here by orders of one of the Wakandan gods, which is a bat. And yeah, he did this pretty much in exchange to be with his lost lover, right? The
Oh,
woman.
okay, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
dear God, you
So
idiot,
So
you
the start,
yeah,
fool. You
the
don't make
heart shaped
deal with
herb is a
gods.
blessing from Bast to them, connecting them that way. And this is more like, oh yeah, it's a blessing. I'm in your body. You'll be happy.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Ain't that funny? It's a curse.
And the bat
You know what's
god and the
funny?
bat
I don't
god.
know if you remember this because we read the Killmonger miniseries.
Yeah.
They did a similar thing with him when he had the cheetah god person in him.
Ah,
Wait,
okay,
what?
okay.
So the Eric Killmonger miniseries was their way of mixing the MCU Killmonger with the comic one. It was really good, to be fair. It was probably the only good moment in MCU synergy they ever had because
Mhm.
it fixed a lot of his story.
Worked.
It fixed a
Yeah.
lot of his story, and it ended right when he got to Wakanda. So he just goes
Yeah.
straight back to Black Panther, like the comic, and read what happened there.
Yep.
Ow.
But that revealed at the end that instead of Bass, he was following like a cheetah or a leopard god. You remember his outfit as Black Panther looked like was some gold cheetah thing or something.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was
Yeah.
called. So he was getting powered by that god, and that connection the same way this is happening.
Mhm.
Okay.
Except,
So this is
except
like this
more
isn't a
bad.
new concept of Black Panther. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
kind of was wondering.
except more
So would you be
Bastards.
following a Black Panther book, or we're not gonna get that story because it's never been
To be fair, Black Panther is apparently going to be a big part of Armageddon, and then he was get a book after that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there should be follow up in that, but
Yeah.
you never know with Marvel. So
Yeah,
who
I don't
knows what
trust
they
Marvel,
try to do?
please.
I'm looking at the page right now, right? So the bad god is basically like saying like, "Hey, I'm a man of my word. I promise you, you will be with your lover, and fine, you'll be staying with your lover in the spirit world, basically. Like, god
And
damn,
your body
dude.
now belongs to me.
Yeah, so we have a bat god roaming around the premises now. And I didn't upload this picture, but we did get a bit of an epilogue, right? You know that crater that Red Hulk came out of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see a little boy, he's playing stones around it, and oh, this is just straight up Pennywise stuff. But like
Oh dear God.
this shadow figure of a woman comes out, and she's speaking Latvian, and she's looking at that boy saying, "You were forgive me. I thought you were someone else I knew." And we see like an image of Bucky Barnes and the rest of the Howling Commandos with the World War II Ghost Rider there, right? And
Okay.
she's like saying, "There's a little boy like you, but a bad little boy who played with guns,
Oh
traveling with
shit.
with four ill-mannered soldiers and a yellow-haired woman. Has a band like that come this way?" And then she immediately cuts the kid's leg and drags him into the hole. And then next thing you see is that kid coming out with a bloody leg, red eyes, and he's possessed. It looks like she's coming after.
Oh Johnny.
Yeah, it looks like she's coming after Bucky Barnes and Wolverine too.
Wolverine.
So yeah, this whole Dungeons of Doom, I would have liked it to
And
have gone longer, but it feels. I think it told the message it was trying to say, which was basically Pandora's box here.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
it was barely if Doom either way, all the bad stuff. Doom was bad, but there are some stuff that's worse. So basically, long story short.
Yep.
yeah,
So it is what it is, I guess, man.
yeah. Um,
Hopefully, this stuff gets follow up because a lot of this stuff is kind of interesting.
yep,
Seeing everything the X Men doing, I think the Whisperer dude could be basically their next Shadow King level type villain.
it will have
Maybe.
to.
If
And then,
if they pull it off and they'll mess it up.
like
You
Tevye,
know what I'm
we saw
saying?
like
I
we
don't,
saw
I
like
don't Hydra and the Hammer. I don't think it's going anywhere. I'm not gonna lie to you, but the rest
nah.
of them I think have potential.
Yeah. Tevia, in the
Yeah.
flashbacks we've seen with Whisper, right? We see that like the X-Men and their villains had to unite to go fight against Whisper. So damn,
Yeah.
he's definitely some big level threat here. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, that's really it for the issue. I thought it was good for what it was. Again, I would have liked it to have been longer, maybe one or two more issues, to complete the
Until these
trade.
get followed up in something and it's not be left hanging.
Yep. But all right then. Okay, with that audience, we'll move on to the last book of the night. So, go ahead, Tevye.
Open
Somebody.
Endgame issue 3.
Okay, somebody else is not enjoying Dennis Camp's work. Oh, great! I don't feel like an outsider now. So yeah.
Yep. I hated this book. This book pissed me off. Open Endgame issue 1 was stupid, but issue 3 was so much worse.
Oh boy, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
Recap. Basically, at the end of issue 2, we found Dr. Doom, open Dr. Doom, Reed Richards, long story, turned over a spy, thanks to the Maker. How
Okay.
the fuck did that happen?
The Maker.
Never explained.
No, it is explained. When the Maker was manipulating his brain, he just put a back door in it, so he could always
Yeah.
know what Doom is seeing, know what Doom's thinking, and then control him like now. It was all the Maker was already knew that Reed was going to try to betray him at some point, so he prepared from the jump, basically.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. Oops.
Mhm.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah. We cut to basically I led still sad because dad died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thing I don't remember.
Howard Stark was Iron Man, then he was Immortus. Because
Yeah, it was weird. And then then we see Mary Jane and Richard talking to each other about what was happening with the Maker stuff. Uncle Ben and J. Jameson. Remember, they didn't they're finding the universe because we didn't.
I read the Ultimate Spider-Man book and enjoyed it.
Yeah, but that was good. I think like that moment. But then we see the Vision show up with a female. I haven't read Ultimate now. I thought Ultimate because the book got so goddamn slow. The way I just lost interest. It wasn't a bad book. It was just not really for me. What duck? Every time they dropped the ball.
There were certain characters that were as bad as depictions as possible for me. So yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, you should care Ultimate way is he in this book? Yay! For one panel. What? What the point? Wolverine nigga use them. Do something.
Look, I just think like the Ultimate Wolverine book was a book they brought up at the last minute because they realized, okay, yeah, we need an X-Men book that actually feels like it has the staple characters, the staple X-Men books characters.
That's our problem.
Yeah.
They set it up with him being the Winter Soldier. He was the Winter Soldier for one issue, and then everything else was just the regular X-Men stuff. But everyone you love is dead.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a typical X-Men story we all see. Oh, Momo's back again, dead again. Boo! Rip off. I'm not reading this shit anymore.
Yeah, that's why I know I'm a little harsh on like the actual Ultimate X-Men book, but if you're telling me you had to write a book in response to like the negative, the lack of the proper X-Men, then yeah, I wouldn't say it was that great of a book, So
yeah, it made no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, basically, okay, Disney book is against so convoluted to confuse. X-Men do show up in this book, but they do jack and shit. They do nothing. Kilmer show up in this book, they're jack and shit. They're nothing. But I don't care about these characters.
They put Maggie on the cover. She wasn't in the book.
Yeah, she ain't in the book at all. That's gonna be a lie. Rip off.
Wow.
So dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I think I gave you one of the images. Can you show one of the images that I gave you?
I only have 3 images. The next image is the one, where Peter gets.
Oh yeah. What's the kind of shades? Make a long story. Owen Peter does turn to Venom to fight against the Mega Army. Long story. Ultimate tried to defeat the Maker's army. It's the knockover. X-Men show up. Giants do nothing. Killmonger showed up, did nothing. Okay, he does something. He killed the.
Why does Killmonger get more things than Black Panther is, bro?
Oh,
yeah, it's weird. Maker, you get the head symbiote thingy out of a tree body. I don't like the Maker the tree. It's so dumb.
The Maker became so thin and fused his body with the city. It was weird, stupid looking.
Yeah, it was stupid. I agree.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then we see Ken show up. And guess who Ken is? Guess.
Who?
Just guess.
Oh, Stark.
Yep. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. Tony Stark.
To be fair,
what a shocking reveal.
Yeah, I would say it was so obvious who it was. The moment he showed up wearing a Kang version of an Iron Man suit.
Yeah, it's so obvious. I don't give a damn. I don't care. It's so dumb. And then Kang said, no, I don't like them anymore, but no, didn't know how it happened. What do you mean by that? I didn't know what happened. It's so dumb. Like, my plane, it's flying. Yeah. And then
the main problem with this book is that they want to portray the Maker, King, and his dad, and Immortus Howard have been fighting a war for 1,000 years. And but like none of them has won, and none of them has done like achieved anything. And,
Yeah.
if you remember the first part of this book, not even this issue, the first part of this universe, when Kang first showed up, were like million versions of different heroes and stuff, or clones, where the fuck he did, and he was getting dog walked. That basically what happened for 1,000 years in a row.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
And you, as a fan of the maker, even I'm looking at this and like, y'all didn't win one time.
Yeah, like make it go. Would destroy this fight easily. Like he made you, man. He just blew it up decades ago with his plan. But no, we did not affect that. I'm gonna wait, become a tree. Because reasons it made no sense, so dumb. Anyway, it's been a long story short, but this book's still getting dumb. I might find books that I was stupid finally. They find me and I made all of you. And then he got Peter's suit, which that pissed me off. He said, all did my design. My pixel dug into the technology, but Pluto scanned trillion time record laser blades. Oh, and he was you. He was you, your whole wasted life engineer. You wonder why you're number one on the list? You wonder about your better than any? You wonder what it means to let me tell you? Nothing! It means nothing! Damn it, no significant you're not special. You are fucked to do this. And then
I know people were mad. But this was
I didn't let me on this shit.
No. I was mad Peter died too. But everything he said right there was set up from the start. So we knew Howard and Reed was stealing the maker designs before they left. Like we also knew that Stark read those designs and it made stuff off those designs. And we also know the first thing Maker did when he got here was take the spider from Peter. So it does kind of make sense. He was just like, oh, okay, well, I'm here. It's this day. I guess I'll just, Peter Parker, let me go take that spider.
Part of me wonders if this wasn't the original plan, since originally it was Hickman writing this, but like he just gave the bat to Dennis Camp.
I think this was the original plan because we know Hickman from the start did not want to write Spider-Man. He straight up tried to give it to Tim Zdarsky. He tried to give it to somebody else, but both of them said, the story you want to write, you need to tell. That's the only reason he even wrote Spider-Man. He would have gladly passed it off. And I do think the whole point with this was to kill Peter off and then have Richard be Spider-Man in this universe.
Yeah.
I hate that.
The problem is the universe is ending, so none of this means anything.
It means nothing. It did piss me off. This was the final year in the comic. Like,
this is something I said yesterday, right? But I think the only reason Dennis Camp wanted to kill Spider-Man was to show, like, hey, look, we're having a big serious death here, because look, if you think you'll get the same volume of reaction if you kill one of the people from the X-Men, from the Ultimate X-Men lineup, exactly,
From which he would.
For which, yeah, but that's just one person,
Yeah.
So they're looking for the widespread.
The only person I would have cared if it died would have been Doom, because the Reed Maker Doom story so far has been probably the best part of the Ultimates for me.
Yeah, that would have been another big reaction if he killed Doom.
But like him dying, if Doom died like this, I think it'll be a lot worse. Like at least Peter can be advancing stuff through his son, who honestly was a better Spider-Man than him in this book. This Peter sucks. This Peter's not smart. he lost every fight until the final fight. He didn't win one fight until the end of this book. Then his book, y'all.
But he did win. He beat Kingpin.
I was saying it took 24 issues going to get one W.
That's fair, but
I'm just saying it feels weird. They took away. They took a lot away from this Peter by making him an adult somehow. They some reason he's not a super genius. He's like this average intelligence man. I think I'm smarter than this Peter. I'm not gonna lie to you, because some of the choices he made was like really bad.
Hey, you need to give Doc something to do.
This is the book that picked me up. Like, they took away a great open Spider-Man and threw it away. Hey, fuck you. We're not gonna be happy.
I just love how the Ultimate Spider-Man book ended with like Peter being in a good spot with his family. We're all there together in a group shot. We're all going to embrace any challenges that come about us. And then in the next arc, he gets killed.
That was mad he left them, because Like I said,
Mhm.
up until he beat Kingpin at the end, he was not a great Spider. Like he was not a good Spider-Man. Okay, so
Wow.
imagine like getting your first W and then like I'm gonna go fight in a war against the most dangerous man in history. It feels like a big problem.
Yeah.
I really
Also,
want him to stay. I want him to stay at home. Richard sneak out to the fight, and then he has to follow his son to the fight. That's what I want him to do.
Mhm.
So he
and then
wouldn't have been
Richard
here yet.
died by Carnage.
Yep.
Wait a minute. I realized something. How fuck does Megan know about Carnage? That makes no sense. That's so
Nah,
dumb.
Well, to
this
be
is
fair,
No.
no. The maker knows about Carnage from his time being in Venom's book.
yeah.
Ow.
He
But
was in
more
Venom's
important.
book. He was experimenting with the symbiotes, and then he found out about all of them. Because his original plan to get to back to his timeline was to wear the symbiote to protect them from the space time bullshit. It was a long
Yeah,
story, but he had a whole plan, and that's how he got back
yeah.
to that universe. Only to come back to this universe to go back to this universe.
But
Yeah.
the universe got blown out. It was on fire.
And the only reason they brought in Ultimate Carnage here was just to give that little
It was fan
boost, like,
service.
hey, this was a
Yeah.
first
Bad
appearance
fan
of
service.
like this version of Carnage, you know?
Well,
This was
they went out their way to give you Venom, anti Venom, or Poison, whatever you want to call it. It looked like Poison went in the face,
yeah,
and then
Yep.
we have Carnage, and I think at one point Venom did the Agent Venom look.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Man, it's just fan
It's
service stuff, man.
yeah.
It's so dumb.
Um,
Like this entire book with a big F you with Spider-Man fan, a big F you big. Now we got a great Spider-Man for shit. Now we're about sequence shit with this garbage. Oh, yeah, by the way, the book ends
well,
with Mary Jane
suffering's going
crying. Which I'm
suffering's
gonna
going
write
to
down
end
this
pretty.
one.
The suffering's going to end pretty soon, Tev. Yeah, this universe is going to be put out of its misery. So
Which is just
yeah.
a waste of time. You gotta be kidding me. You wasting
It
time.
really. I'm
Sorry.
glad you brought up this book because it really because we do get a chance to really talk about this. It did feel like they saw Absolute was still like destroying them, and they just gave up.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm with you there.
That's
They
what
didn't give up.
happened. Mhm.
Yep. Oh, yeah, by the way, I completely forgot to mention the book that ended Merlin crying at the with that. I'm so pissed about that. Wait, you know, any
Yeah.
store down here among
I'm
underground.
pretty sure if the universe had continued on, we would have seen Peter Parker brought back to life. You know what I mean? Hey, it happened
Yeah,
in the original Ultimate Universe. You know?
true. That did
Remember?
happen.
Yeah, remember, audience. Even though Miles became Spider-Man after Peter, that Peter Parker ended up coming back later on and just drove off into the sunset with him and Mary Jane. You know?
Yep.
So
Yeah, the
yeah.
book also had the letter written by Peter, which I'm not gonna
Uh-huh.
read it because it is. But the main some idea of this letter. So doing it that
Mhm.
I'm dead, which makes you a widow, with the convenience you want to run the whole Spider-Man finish thing. So hide behind humor had always been my thing, so you're too well aware. What it was said, what's the original, what's the jokes. I should probably see a fair bit about it, but when I get the ship is sealed. And then I'm not gonna be all this way to continue with you along. But to make it so much short, we said I hit Jack for MJ. I didn't need to tell me. I knew from the moment I knew every year. Pride just got bigger and bigger with the winning with glory every day. You and me against the world always love you, Peter. The end.
Mhm.
That's the end of the letter. Well,
Wow.
that's my summary of it, because if I read all the letter, we'll be all day. But that's my
Yeah.
good summary of the letter best I could. Yep.
Gotcha.
And honestly, I hate this book.
It
This
is what
book
it is.
makes no sense for a economy standpoint. It makes it more stupid, but it's just gonna be dumb. This
Mhm.
is a waste of my fucking time. It just broke my brain.
But
It drove me
I know.
insane.
But I
It was
know.
bad, but it is worse.
But I know people are going to glaze the hell out of this because Dennis Camp writes their sorts of agenda in his book.
Yep.
So yeah.
But why? Like,
I
I'm
Well, to
know.
be
sorry.
fair,
Look,
there
I
was
like Dennis
in
Camp
this
and the
book.
writer.
They're like ultimates,
Mhm.
but there's nothing been in these 4 issues that's been like appealing to most people.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Okay.
I'm a
Well,
bad feeling about anything. None gonna matter. None.
yeah.
It's even get blown up anyway. So what's the point? Also, don't tell us, Spider-Man. Why I was thinking this man? That's not Peter on the mat. It's
Okay.
Richard.
Yeah. I mean, while we're talking about the writer and that stuff, Austin, I don't know if you heard this, but Rob Liefeld was praising the hell out of Dennis Camp. recently.
What is
I
that?
know that's why I don't like Rob Liefeld.
Yeah, like that Rob Liefeld literally stated that Dennis Camp should be in charge of Marvel's creative team going forward. Are you fucking Dennis Camp? Oh,
That's
I mean,
not a good
sorry, Rob
idea.
Rob Liefeld. Can we have a private talk
Look,
in the room right there? The man who literally took away the voice of Deadpool, and you're telling everybody that he should be in charge of
look,
Marvel's creative process.
look. Long story short, people, there's a reason this universe led by Dennis Camp is ending, and there's a
Yes,
reason the next few years is going to be led by Chip Zdarsky.
yes.
Yep.
Well deserved, audience. Well deserved. So yeah. No, I just wanted to bring that up because my mind split open when I saw that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? I gotta laugh at a certain point, audience. I really gotta laugh. Like, you know. So if you all know my history of Dennis Camp, you all know my history. So yeah.
Indeed.
Gotcha. But anyway, yeah, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure the quality of this issue is
Uh,
going to meet the quality of the ending. So yeah.
Kevin, I do want to ask you a question because I think Cryptid
Okay.
has answered this, already answered this before. But you know, with Ultimate Reborn, Ultimate Impact, some of this stuff is coming to the 616, one way or another.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
Yeah.
it's most likely going to be some of the Ultimate X-Men people. But is there anything that you would like to keep from this universe?
The only thing I would love to keep old people and old Mary Jane and the two kids, Mayday and Richard. That's the I would keep in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
no, that's not gonna happen because more a petty asshole will refuse to give me what I want.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
it's unfortunate with Richard's situation because again, we don't. Well, the universe in 616 is already jam packed with so many spider people at the moment,
yeah,
so
it won't work.
it
Yeah, he
won't
can't even
work.
be called Spider-Man, Spider-Boy, nothing. He'll call it a whole new nickname.
You
You
can't
know,
be get open
and plus,
Venom because Venom taken. Okay.
And plus, with Richard's situation, it kind of has to be a package deal because if you bring him over to 616, then you kind of have to bring in his girlfriend, Black Cat, you know? And we
You
really
really
Yeah,
don't
don't.
yeah,
have a
oh,
lot of
You
things.
really don't have to bring her.
Well, no,
If you bring Richard, the person you bring is going to be a sister before you bring his girlfriend.
yeah,
He can get
yeah.
another
That
girlfriend.
yeah,
He
I'm
can't
fine with
replace
that.
his
That's
sister.
what I want to happen. I want that to
hmm
happen.
gotcha.
But
For
if I
story
can't have
potential
that,
reasons, you know?
then
So,
I got nothing.
we
There
call
are
it
I
plenty of
want the
girls in
one
the
thing that Kevin didn't
616
even lie for me.
they can pair Richard with, okay?
Yep.
He's always just gonna be thinking about her, man. That's what
And
it
then
is. His
she'll be his
first
Gwen
love.
Stacy, dead in a dead universe, right?
Yep.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
the only thing I want to save, obviously we all know the Maker's going to make out of this. Despite the shit
Yeah.
storytelling, the Maker's still a big deal. He's still a big villain, so he's going to live.
Mhm.
But I want
Mhm.
this Doom to make it because I want to see him suffer more. I will lie. I want to
Whoa.
see him
Whoa!
meet the.
How did him survive?
I love this story of like only seeing the absence of the Fantastic Four every time he goes places. So I do want to see him meet the actual Fantastic Four at one point.
That's
I
Mhm.
want to
not
see
a
his
bad
reaction
idea.
to.
Oh
And
no.
remember, this Doom does not know about Victor at all. So I do want to see him
Yeah,
meet actual
and
Doctor
he
Doom
exists.
at some point.
Mhm.
Mm. That could
Yeah.
be interesting to see this Doctor Doom meet Victor. Okay, we were Doctor Doom.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
still waiting on that. I feel
I'm
like you
all for
have to
that
pull that
story.
trigger because they have not brought up like Doctor Doom was not in the list we got earlier in the book when they were talking about all the people who are dead or missing.
Yeah.
They're in Liberia right now. So Victor, something happens to Victor.
Yeah.
So
Either
hopefully
make
this
it
book
so,
addresses
or
that.
we tapped
You
him.
find out what happened. What just happened?
Uh oh. Good thing.
Oh, Chris left by accident.
I did
Okay,
it.
let me message him real quick.
Okay. Yeah, but anyway, I'd put this book doing guys, where everybody go? Technical difficulty, ladies and gentlemen. Be right back.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. I accidentally exited out.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like, where did everybody go?
Sorry about that.
We're all here now.
Gotcha.
But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
Is what it is.
There's-
So,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
really hope they didn't do all this just to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna start over and make another universe again. The maker just gonna win and start over again. Because I can tell you now,
God.
you lost a lot of goodwill with this book, with this franchise.
Yeah.
If you restart this in a
Universe
year, people are
twice.
not coming back as much as they did the first time.
Oh,
Agreed.
fuck no.
Like, to make it worse, they killed the open universe twice. Or maybe 3 times. First, the Ultraman was killed the universe with this garbage. They have Ultraman, not Ultraman game, Ultraman N with all the shit. And then now you have this nigga Open End game. Why didn't this universe not get a break? Why are they keep killing the open universe? Stop it.
Some bad mojo at this point. It's bad mojo audience, so yeah. Anyway, guys, any final thoughts on this before we end the night?
My final thought on Open End game. Fuck this book. This book is probably one of the worst books next to Spiderman with ASM. But this book took away my favorite Spider-Man book character right now. Besides Mayday, it's still number 1. She already is my second favorite character. Now he's dead. The one character I had doing the kids, he was going for me, but now he's gone.
Yep.
This book is dead to me.
Dennis Camp, you done fucked up all of us. You done fucked up all the Cryptid Captain America people, and you fucked over Deadpool. You done mind control my main Doom, and you done fucked up Spider-Man. So you done lost everyone this podcast with his choices.
Yep. You're on our list, Camp. You're our number 1. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I never thought I was just like a writer more than Dan Slott before today.
Yeah. And the mayor would and nothing. We're still traveling awful version now because this image is dying away. Actually, you know what? I have a feeling where the image and the maker, he's gonna say, well, this image done for. I'm gonna leave. Like, peace out. And
it really does just feel like he's going to be like, oh well, I tried to start over, I lost. I guess I can go back to the regular Ultimate Universe and then just take over there, I guess.
Yep. I can see why they do that, sadly.
Anyway, all right, guys, that's pretty much it. We reached the end. Once again, I'd like to thank Tevia for joining us at a very short notice.
It was very fun.
Yeah. But anyway, audience, thank you for joining us, and we'll be seeing y'all next time. See ya.